welcome back to Sarah's Table. Today is a very special day because we are in person, and I never get to be in person with my table. Today we are going to be playing a game called Ganakagok. I don't know how to play it. I've decided. So just now I made that decision. So I have a guest DM in to help me out with that. But first we're going to go around the table and we are going to introduce ourselves and our pronouns. My name is Sarah Moore, in case you're new here. My pronouns are she, her, and I'm going to pass it to my left.
Hello, my name is Damon Vanhee. My pronouns are he, him. And I know Sarah through film and Gen Con and World of Chaldea and now Sarah's Table.
Oh, excellent. Excellent. Thanks.
Really good
content. Check it out.
You should look at all of it.
That's great.
That's me.
I'm Peter Adkison. I'm with Gen Con and World of Chaldea and actor and filming most of the things that Damon listed. So that's why I was so excited about all that. So yeah, and my pronouns are he, him, and I'm excited to play Ganakagok.
Yeah.
All right. I am Meagan Karimi-Naser. My pronouns are also she, her, and I know Sarah through
The end.
the same. I know Sarah through also Chaldea and all the same. We're all from the same
all the same.
things. Check them out.
I think we started out really strong this
You
episode.
know I'm the best at intros.
That's why I had you go last. So like wrap it up really strongly. Great. Are you excited? I'm excited. Great. Peter.
Yeah. I'm the guest DM. I get to run Ganakagok. This game by Bill White is, I think it came out around 2005, and it is inspired by Inuit folklore. So in this game, we will be playing the people, we call them the Kitu, is what we call ourselves. And we live in a vast Arctic chunk of ice in endless night. There's no sun. There are stars and there's the moon, but there's no sun, there's no daylight. This is the land we live in. And we are telling the story, or one of the stories that will become one of the legends of our people in the future. And so you can think big, you can think mythic, you can think epic, you can think poetic. If you want crazy stuff to happen, it's okay, because that is what myths are composed of. Okay, so feel free to do that. We are, what we call the land that we live in is Ganakagok, the name of the book. And yeah, there we go. I'll just set that right there for a moment. And
You're welcome.
some things about us. Ganakagok is a vast snowdrift covered ice pack that surrounds a central iceberg, shaped into enormous towers, cascading stairs, intricate labyrinths, and soaring spires, created by the Forgotten Ones. The Forgotten Ones are vanished beings of immense power and mysterious purpose, whose relics are sometimes found in the ice. The ancients are bygone Nitu heroes and villains, etc. And there is the cannibal ghouls are the fearsome and terrible monsters that plague our land and people. We also have the normal fauna that you would expect in a place like this. Polar bears, whales are primary sources of food and threats, and to hunting parties and fishing parties. Always welcome to dip into that. Okay, let me read to you a little bit about this setting, okay? The people marvel at the legacy of the Forgotten Ones. The people honor their ancestors, whose spirits watch over their living descendants and protect them when they can. And the people revere the stars, whom they regard as stern judges of the moral rectitude of the Nitu, and incorruptible guarantors of the harmony of the cosmic order. The first line of an oft-told origin myth of the people conveys something of this reverence. Forever have the people lived in starlight cold. Chant the shamans of the people. But now the stars have begun to fade. And in the counsels of the wise, the visions of the far-sighted, and the mutterings of the mad, come a new refrain. Dawn is coming. Night is ending. Soon the sun will rise, and all wonder, what will it mean for the people? You three are playing the characters who know for certainty that the change is coming. It'll be up to you to decide how you know this, okay? And it is you who the village have learned or are learning about the coming change. So it puts you in the center of the story, okay?
Okay.
House rule, there are no foreigners in our story. The story is self-contained with the Nitu. Everything that's not Nitu are monsters or ancients and things that we talked about before. The exception is in the final narration. If you wish to introduce narration, foreigners in the final narration, you may do so. During we will use the Ganakagok tarot deck frequently in the course of the game. This is a small press indie game. It's all handmade sorts of cards, but actually really pretty nice. So we will draw cards like this and we'll set them up there, hopefully right side up. And we also have a
Do you want to wait for that?
a interpretation guide to what these stars mean. Okay. So anyway, that's that.
Great.
These cards have a big number called the value and a small number called the root, which is the square root of that number, basically. Okay. And they come in suits and so on and so forth. All right. I think we're done with this.
No more rules.
Put that wherever.
Who needs them?
We're done with that. We're done with that.
I'll finish.
That's the intro stuff. Okay. So let us begin the preparation of the world. We're going to
Before we
prepare
get
this.
into it, can we
Yes.
do our safety discussion,
yes,
please?
let's do. Thank you.
All right.
Yes, please.
Would you like to?
Yes, we would like to. Yes, I embrace the idea. Okay, we're laughing because Sarah offered to do this. And I said, no, I'll do it. I'm the GM. I should do the safety discussions. And then I forgot. So here we are.
All right.
Okay, thank you.
course.
Yes, we want to have a safe place to play this game. And by safe, we mean that we will not get into topics that might be trigger points for you or upsetting for you, other than just a typical, like, oh, your character might die.
Very likely.
Yeah, honestly.
So,
Yeah.
or the world might blow up or something, but stuff that's more nuanced. So, Sarah, why don't you lead by example and tell us?
Well, here on Sarah's table, we'll never find sexual violence, violence against children, or withholding food as punishment, or starvation. Is there anything else anyone would like to avoid?
Damon, you want to add anything to that?
I don't have any specific ones.
Okay. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to say it's okay if there is violence against me, even though I'm playing a child, in the interest of progressing the story.
Good.
That's way around the rules
Generally,
right there.
violence against children, not cool. I was told to play a child, and I imagine things might get a
No,
little.
now you were not necessarily told to play a child. You
Well-
were just told to play the youngest of us.
That's true. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Touche.
So if you set your age at 80, that's gonna.
Yeah.
Golden Girls.
Golden Girls.
What has just been alluded to here is that part of the mechanics of this game involve the age of the characters being seated, youngest to oldest, from the left to the right of the GM. So that is what that's about. Okay, we are, and I have nothing to add. So if
Great.
any other if a topic comes up, accidentally and I didn't notice it, or let me know, and we will fade to black or do something. Take a quick break. I don't know. We'll fix it.
Yeah.
Like standby
Okay.
screen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would
Snap.
you cut the deck for me here? Okay, we are going to
mess up.
first begin by developing the situation of the world. We're going to draw 2 cards to do this. One is the 4 of Tears, to harbor resentment.
Oh,
That bodes well.
All right.
we're starting out real positive.
Yeah, and the other is the 8 of Tears, to engage in loud or violent effort.
Oh no.
Jeez. All right.
Wow, we're starting off with some heavy cards right off the bat.
Okay.
And we are going to, this is going to determine a couple of things for us. The values of 3 and 8. The lower value is the good medicine of the world. And we're going to draw this. If you're wondering what this big sheet of paper is here on the table, this is going to become our map. And we will occasionally lean over and mess with camera lines as we
Yes.
denote things on the map. So
You're welcome, Jeff.
yes, the bad medicine of Ganakagok is 8, the higher number, of course.
That seems too high.
That seems too high, but also there are numbers bigger than 8.
That's true.
I don't want to blow anyone's mind here, but
I have
that
heard
could
that.
be a higher number.
I've heard that about numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so that is determined the bad medicine, the lower, and the good medicine of the world. And we are to interpret these 2 cards, both cards, as speaking in one voice in terms of talking about the situation. So loud or violent effort and harboring resentment, I think those go together pretty easily.
Yeah.
This is an undertone for the world. Okay, so maybe we'll put harbor resentment and loud and violent effort. This is a special script. text font
Yeah.
from Peter writing sideways.
Yeah, it's good.
It's actually not too bad.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
good
It's very
handwriting.
legible.
the leaning over and everything. Yeah. Okay, so now we're going to move to the situation of the people. Sarah, why don't you cut the tarot deck?
Do a better job than I did because I gave us a garbage world.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're talking about the.
All right, try that.
yeah.
Let's try that.
I hope it's puppies.
Puppies. Puppies
The
for
world has a
everybody.
lot of resentment about these puppies.
Okay, we have the 7 of Tears
Oh my God.
to quarrel, and the 3 of Flames to be contented amid plenty. Oh.
That one doesn't seem so bad. The second one.
Okay, so once again, so this is Ganakagok, and then this is for the 2, the people, and the bad medicine is 7, and the good medicine is 3. Once again, a spread. And so we have quarrel and content amid plenty.
I'm going to focus on that part. That feels good.
I would suggest that the contentment is getting in the way of fixing problems.
Dang.
Can't just be content.
That's how the content is.
And you become
is,
complacent.
Is
Yeah.
complacency.
All right.
Yeah, we're happy. We got a lot of food.
And we're like, but maybe we won't because we know something's coming. And they're like, now let's quarrel.
Yeah, there we
quarrel.
go.
Perfect.
Harbor
And then
resentment
violence
about it.
against those 2, though, but not you.
Us?
Yeah, not against me. I'm just an 80-year-old baby.
Perfect.
Okay, so we are going to begin drawing the map. And so I'm going to invite some other people to draw here. And why don't you draw the big towers that I described earlier, towers and labyrinths. It's a place.
Should I use a Sharpie or just a pen?
Oh, yeah. Use
I mean, I
whatever.
don't know.
You artistic license.
Ooh,
You use
ooh,
whatever
okay.
you
Go for it.
like.
Okay, big tower.
Yes, we have
Tower.
colors.
Big tower of spiky stairs and things.
I would describe it,
hope-
but I throw it away.
You don't know. It's however
Stairs,
you are
yeah.
remembering
Yeah,
it.
however you-
That's-
exactly.
You guys
Yeah.
are ready for some art here.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's
There's
creative.
Oh, it's a tower, but it's kind of craggy because it's old and it's a mountain and it looks not phallic. 'Cause
Good.
I have other things on my mind.
Family show.
Great, that's a tower. Yeah, here, look, here's a big
Just looks like a mountain.
Mountain.
Yeah, mountains all kind of phallic, turns out. All right, staircase.
Oh.
It's coming around here. Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's a crazy staircase. Whoa, because it's a mountain.
We're doing great.
You get it?
Oh,
Those
wow,
are stairs.
yeah,
I know. I
that's
told you I'm an
excellent.
artist.
Yes, that's perfect.
What else was about it? Tower with stairs?
Labyrinths.
Labyrinth.
Yeah.
Beyond the Goblin City.
Spires.
There's just a spire here. Look, here's this
those
one
look
has
like
an
rock.
extra spire right here.
There you go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and there's a spire here.
Oh,
coming
yeah.
out of
See how
here.
much that added to
There you
it?
go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
And the very tippy top has
spire.
like a oh, you know what? I was gonna say like a unicorn horn, but actually it's like a narwhal,
narwhal
horn because
horn.
we're in the Arctic.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Perfect. That is fabulous.
Right.
That's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we,
know how to draw one.
Sarah, we need some coastline.
Do you want the Sharpie?
Sure. I'm gonna make it blue.
Yeah, because of
It's
water.
Oh, yes. Yes.
So-
That's why this is your show.
This is one reason we love this game, or I love the game.
So this seems like a
So
close-up.
you get to draw the map.
Is it not really an overhead? Are we doing like an overhead of the map? Because
I mean, I figure it's like an overhead,
let's-
but this is a big footprint.
Yeah, it is kind of. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It is a top-down map, but
Yeah. This is
iconographic.
the area that the base of this would take up.
Sure. Okay. Well, then I'm going to start it here. I'm going to say this is on the coastline.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. And then I'll give you guys.
Ooh.
Oh, wow. Wow. Oh, wow. Okay. Note to self: when Sarah draws maps, it goes crazy.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's crazy.
It
Cool.
looks a little bit like a ghost.
It does look a little like a ghost.
Ghost
Okay.
water. Ghost island. I bet you get to do something now. Good luck.
Ooh, I hope you don't. the end.
The
It's
end.
been a great game, everyone.
Well, there's a lot of water, so I think we need to someplace out there put something in the water.
Water or water?
Water.
This is the
This could be a
island.
lake.
Yeah. Yeah. So like, wait,
Island.
should we like?
No,
put-
that's no. Let's call this the land and the water.
Yeah, yeah. I just meant should this.
Oh yeah.
Go
Go
over
with
here?
them.
Do you
Finish
wanna
that off.
Finish,
Yeah.
Do you want me to
I believe in
finish
you.
for you?
Yes, please.
Finish it.
There,
Yeah,
it's a little bit ghosty.
there you go.
Ghostesses. All right.
So we need something.
Something out in the water.
Something out in the
It
water.
could be an island iceberg. It could be
Sea monster. Something we think is an island, but is actually a sea monster.
Use something.
Sea Monster Island is what we call it.
A whirlpool.
Got a whirlpool
Oh wow!
Or a-
Okay,
swirl pool.
Swirl.
Yeah.
perfect.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So we have organized by age. Okay. So
I bet
now
this isn't going to cause any problems.
No, of course
no,
not.
no.
It's
All
it's a very benevolent.
you get to cut the deck another time. So there's a lot writing on this. So
Don't mess it up.
No pressure, but
Right,
there's
okay,
a lot
okay.
writing on this.
A lot. All right.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, here we go.
This is whether we instantly die or whether we get to play. There are cards for that.
Okay.
It's gonna be a very
So-
short episode.
You drew the end of game card.
Okay. So you're each going to draw your truth vision card.
Oh no.
Okay. I'm going from the middle.
Okay.
Oh, that's nice.
Truth vision card. So you should note what you drew.
Oh.
Note the the same things we did before: the value, the root, Well, we didn't know the root before, but you'll want to know the root. And then, what's in the black bar and the bottom is probably good.
Oh no.
This is to help you think about how and why you came to believe that the change is coming. It's this knowledge that drives your action, and so it can be tied to situations of the world and people when you can do that. And I'm going to...
I got a real doozy, you guys.
Once you have it, do you have this? Can I?
I do, yeah, sorry. This
No.
pen is dying. I was just going to
Oh.
swap it for...
Yeah, let's...
Oh, yep, perfect. I'm going to take this other
Love it.
blue one in the hopes that...
I'm going to put these out
Can't
here
even
so
tell.
they're on camera for a few moments.
Oh, mate.
So Megan's on the left, and when you guys are done, let me know. We'll put Damon's on the right,
Oh, sorry.
and Sarah's in the middle. Okay, and okay. So why don't you tell? Let's just go around and quickly what you got.
I got the Ancient of Flames, which is true love to love selflessly.
Oh,
Excellent.
that's lovely.
It
All right,
is. That's like,
Sarah?
that's like a nice question.
I got
nice.
the Eight of Flames, which is to spill or abandon. It is with a chasm, and up the top there, it says it's associated with the sun, rage, and blood. So,
You know what? Mine's weirdly associated with those things too, so
Great.
it's not forced.
That's a suit of flames, I think. Speaking
right.
for you. Okay, and Damon.
Yeah, I pulled the Seven of Stars, which is an ice flow, and it is to trade, barter, or negotiate.
Okay. So this is about. I'll leave those
For all
up
that
there.
plenty we've got.
And now this next
Whirling.
card. This next card is your change/hope card.
I can draw it from anywhere.
This, yeah, anywhere you want it. This value is
I brought my own deck.
so there is an entrance on your character sheet called Good Medicine. The value of this card is how much good medicine you start to
Well,
gain
that
with.
seems low. Cool.
This card influences what your character wants to be caused by or enabled by the change that's coming. Ideally, this is personal and aspirational.
goodness.
These cards are so upbeat.
Well, yeah. Isn't that fun?
Okay, okay. I can work with this.
Well,
Okay, so you've got it in your good medicine box.
Right?
Yep,
Yeah.
yep, good medicine.
I don't know if I need to keep track of the root, but I wrote it on there too.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, great. And,
Are we putting them up?
Yep. So you clear these.
Oh,
And
not
actually,
how you
once
spell
you
words.
Yeah, let's put them up here.
I'm not a writer. It's fine.
yikes.
That's why editors exist.
Because you're not a writer.
Because
that's why
because I
Because
cannot
of
spell the
you.
word wrong.
That's why we all
It took like 3 tries.
get the joys. Why we all get editors is
Yeah.
because you can't write. Got it.
Your sacrifice.
Your sacrifice has benefited us all. Okay, Megan, tell us about your change hope.
Yeah.
They're all tears.
They're all
Yeah,
tears.
tears, but I feel like mine's a good one. I got the Six of Tears, which is about what do you call the piece above the black part? Like where it says it's journey. It means a journey.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. What,
Okay,
yeah.
well, it's a journey to travel, experience change, or growth.
Great. That might be the name of the card, like other than in addition to Six of Tears.
Yeah, okay.
You know, like the bail bondsman, whatever. Yeah.
All right, well, mine's journey.
Okay, journey. All right, and Sarah.
Keeping with my my personal thing here, apparently. I am the woman of tears. To resist or oppose, and it is Nuvayatak, which is bad weather.
But 14 points of
14 good medicine, though.
That's so many.
Your
good
story
medicine.
can only get better.
I sure hope so.
All right, Damon.
I drew the 10 of Tears, which is stolen treasure. To suffer ill use or injury, or to be wronged.
Ooh.
Stolen treasure, though.
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe for me,
Okay.
which is why I'm crying.
All right.
Oh.
Well, things are starting to come. Okay, so the next
All right.
is your change fear, your fear of the change. You had the hope of the change. Now we're talking about the fear of the change. And this is, I think it's going to be your bad medicine, but I better look and find out.
Oh.
Yes, the value, the big number in the upper right, is your bad medicine.
Right.
So on your
Do
character
you have a
sheet.
very high bad medicine?
Yes.
This card should influence what your character is afraid will come to pass as a result of the change that's coming. Like the change hope card, it should be personal and aspirational. Do, 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 bad medicine. Oh. That's pretty bad.
Yeah, I noticed that.
There you are.
But you know what? It's my fears, and that can mean whatever.
I'm helping.
All right.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Meagan, introduce us to your change fear
Yeah.
card.
I drew the 9 of Tears. Darkness. It means to lose hope or to despair.
Yikes.
But it's only 9 bad medicine, which, you know,
Yeah. Yeah. All
could have been
right.
14.
All right, Sarah, tell us about your fear for the change.
I drew a 6 of stars, which is to watch or to be hidden but capable of sudden action, and it is an orca.
Yeah.
That
Nice.
seems fine.
And
Probably.
only 6. Yeah,
Only
you've got a
6?
really good positive balance of good to bad medicine. Because it's Sarah's table.
We didn't rig it.
No, we
promise.
did not. We did not. You saw us cut it. Yeah. All right, Damon.
I drew the Man of Flames, which has 14 bad medicine.
Oh no.
It's the Blood Brother, and it is to swear a great oath or solemn vow.
No.
I'm sure it's
I'm
fine.
sure that's not going to come into conflict with other goals.
No.
All right. Okay.
Seems very
There we go.
relaxed.
There we go. Okay.
Pretty chill.
Okay, so the next thing you do, I think some of you have already been looking at the names listing. We have a list of names.
Yes.
And if you're going to have a name, and you're also going to have an identity. So the identity is a noun and adjective combo.
Right.
Okay, and so like fearsome hunter, arrogant shaman, or something like that. So come up with your name and identity, and let me know when you have them.
Oh.
What is the word that I'm thinking of? Can someone tell me, please?
Sure.
Like,
Speak around it.
Punchy.
That's the one.
yeah, like, you know.
Pugnacious.
That is literally what I was thinking, and I was like, that's the worst thing to put into your identity name, so I'm trying to think of another version of that.
All right.
Like Spunky, you know?
Like spunky. Could be spunky.
Yeah, it could be Spunky.
Fiery. Argumentative.
Eager.
something like pugnacious.
Or just, you know, like a little
Like you're a little fighty? Is that what you're saying? Like
not
you're
even fighty, but like I keep thinking spunky. That's what, you know, like a little kid who's got
gusto.
got some
Some moxie.
Oh yeah, I think I know what we're trying to think of. I'm trying to think of it now too. It's kind of like you might say this child is. It's almost an acceptable word, but not quite. It's kind of like yeah. It's with teenagers especially.
Precocious.
Precocious.
Yeah.
That's the word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that I'm gonna put
precocious?
I'm gonna put that. I have mine.
Okay. What is
And
it?
Koopa Lunik, the devoted shaman.
Devoted shaman. Okay. And are you going with precocious?
Yeah, I just don't know what the noun is yet.
Baby.
Baby.
Oh, the adjective's way
Infant.
more important.
That's just the precocious.
Yeah, but what if the noun is something like dragon? Then it'll really throw you for a loop. That's pretty important.
Yeah,
Feels
that's
important.
true.
Secretly, I'm a dragon.
Or are you one of those kids that only wears like a dragon costume and that's
And like Naruto runs
right?
everywhere.
Yeah.
You definitely stand out among the Nitu, that's for sure. Do you have yours, Damon? Are you still thinking about it?
I'm still thinking.
Yeah.
Nouns. Nouns are hard. The noun part is the hard part.
Okay.
Well, it's often, typical, like a role in the village would be the default place to go.
Just be an elder
Or something,
because you're playing.
Because
the
I
oldest.
am the eldest.
or something you've done,
A hunter.
the climber, the lost.
The lost.
Whoa.
That is probably an adjective.
The lost person.
The lost, gone person.
That's the one.
The gone lostness.
Yeah.
Trying to think of another word for like helper. I feel like
Assistant.
Aid.
I mean, I guess helper
be helper.
Could be helper, but like I think she tries to like
Midwife.
fix stuff and like
Are you training to be a midwife?
maybe. Yeah.
This one.
Yeah, and it can be a multi-word phrase, like midwife in training would be an appropriate noun.
Precocious midwife in training.
Very popular in the village.
I'm just gonna put helper because I feel
Helper.
like that's a nice like broad description.
That's how she sees herself. I am the helper.
Yeah.
All right.
It's like,
I think
you don't always
I am
need
going to use the
help.
lost, actually, and I'm going to go with the lost climber.
The lost.
And I feel like I have attempted that several times, and it has never gone well.
Are you the lost climber because you are not going to be appearing in this game?
That's all the time I have. Farewell.
So they're not appearing in this film.
Yes.
We have this. I'm going to pass this around, so we're not taking time for everybody. But if you might fill that out.
Just the card itself. Okay.
Actually, I'm most interested in what it says on the bottom.
Okay.
Yeah, that's probably the best. I don't really. Yeah. Okay, so we have your identity and your names. You are going to. I'm also going to need your age. Let's see. So if you can just add that to this.
Okay.
Okay, so you're going to divide 10 points among your body, face, mind, and soul. These are basically your stats. Body is for physical, athletic, endurance, strength. Face is for social actions, persuasion, garnering sympathy or cooperation. Mind is intellectual efforts, smart, clever, cunning. Soul is piety or luck or favor of the spirits. Kind of almost a supernatural stat, if you will. You're limited to each one of these must be in the range of 1 to 4. So okay, 1. Can't choose 0. You can't choose 5 or above. And stick with integers.
Pi.
Pi.
3.14.
Pi. I
Wait.
want one of my values to be
Wait, I
pi.
can do some math really quick. That's way too many.
I put 4 in all of them. Is that?
I looked at them all together and was like, what happened?
Think of them as bowling pins.
So
maybe.
I'm glad
That might
I'm
help
using
you.
a pen.
Yeah, pens are great.
I have something scribbled out basically in every section so far. So.
Yeah. And if you want to think ahead to the next one, you get 10 points to divide among your mana of the ancestors, mana of forgotten ones, mana of the sun, mana of the stars. In this case, you can you can have a 0. The maximum is still 4.
What do each of those represent?
Mana of the ancestors makes actions in the village more consequential.
Okay.
Mana of the forgotten ones makes actions out on the ice more consequential. Mana of the sun is you can tap into when you are pursuing your change hope. And mana of the stars you can tap into when confronting your change fear.
Okay. And we have 10 for that as well?
Yep.
And again, not above a 4.
Correct. Maximum is 4, but you can
you can
leave
have
one.
nothing.
You can have 0.
Oh, wait. Back a section. Can we talk about mind and soul? What those ones are again?
Yeah. So mind is intellectual efforts, smart, clever. I mean, soul is more luck
Okay.
or supernatural
Okay.
spirits. This up here briefly in case. Thank you. Ages of the characters. Meagan is 15. Sarah's character, Meagan's character, Putnabak is 15. Sarah's character, Kupalinek
Kupalunik, I think.
Kupalunik is 37. Damon's character, Norlutik, 64. You have to remember Sarah's character.
Old man.
Yeah. Okay, that's a nice spread. Okay. Going into the next bit. Okay, you're going to give your character 3 personal gifts. Okay. And examples of physical possessions, equipment. It could be a distinguishing feature. It could be a notable trait. It could be private knowledge. They have some examples. Very strong. Dream whispered, riddle of the stars. A well-made kayak. Voice like thunder. A loyal sled dog. Secret
All
initiation.
want dogs. We're like, yeah, voice like thunder. A dog.
We can have 3 dogs apiece.
3
gifts.
Secret initiation lore of the Orca Lodge.
Could I see the examples?
Yeah. They're in that top paragraph there.
I won't read ahead.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to shuffle these back in.
I like Dream Whispered Riddle of the Stars. I don't know what it means, but we're gonna figure it out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take that.
You can just make these up though, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Absolutely can just make these up.
good at making snowmen.
And amazing. Like, do they come to life?
Sometimes.
How much magic is in this world?
Oh yeah.
So this is sort of up to us to. Let me. I mean, we have some flexibility on this. So, I would suggest it's kind of like the amount of magic in an indigenous community, which means that there is a belief in magic, but there's not people that can, throw spells at each other like D&D type magic. But there are the spirits, and spirits might do crazy shit. And there might be phenomena that happen that maybe science would offer another explanation, but and this also is going to become the mythology of your people. So some amount of magic, I think, would be good to have in the game.
Okay.
Yeah. It's probably a bit wild, maybe difficult to harness, maybe difficult to predict. Yeah.
Because I was thinking maybe one of the gifts that I have is a physical, like a focus that I use when I am.
A focus, a medicine bag, a dream catcher, just something.
I wrote down
shrunken head.
rock with a tiny spirit inside.
Nice.
Oh no.
I put in my pocket.
Pocket spirit.
Pocket spirit.
Great. How's everybody doing?
Great. How are you?
I'm fabulous. I'm playing Ganakagok with you fine people.
We're having a great time. I am gonna take a dog because I think my character as a burden is going to be blind.
Ooh.
Oh,
Okay. All right.
you're just gonna carry the dog in front of you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's a good point. It might be helpful to be thinking about burdens while you're thinking about gifts. So let me tell you about that.
Jumped the gun. Sorry.
Person who read ahead.
Cheers.
Okay. By the way, these gifts and burdens have a strength, and all your gifts have a strength of 1. Your burdens, you're going to have 3 burden points, which means that you can either have 3 burdens, each with a strength of 1, or you could have 2 burdens, but give one of them a strength of 2, or?
One really burdensome.
One very
Very good.
burdensome.
So burdens could be debilitating injuries, painful or horrible scars, sinful acts of impiety against the stars, the sun, the ancestors, or the forgotten ones, or against the village, the Nitu, superstitious or irrational fears. So in addition to your gifts, identify your burdens and put strength of 1 to 3 beside each. But if you go over 1, less of them.
Can one of my burdens be like spirit attractor, like haunted kind of a thing?
Yeah, sure.
Like just like
If you want to be haunted.
Popping out of that rock, bothering you.
Boo!
always. I'm gonna have that one be a strength of 2, and then blind be 1.
Yeah.
Wow, you are twice as haunted as you are blind, and you are completely
Completely blind. So I am
200% haunted.
Double completely haunted.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, may I see the names? I'd like to name my dog.
Yes, you may see the names.
Thank you so much.
So you have your gifts done then?
I have a question for
Sarah?
you. Oh, Sarah.
Yes, I am done.
Okay. How are you doing?
Good. I have a question for Sarah.
Yes.
How did you become blind, or were you like born blind, or was there like an accident?
I think there was a an incident on the ice. And when I came back, I could no longer see.
Okay.
But then perhaps was able, honed my, I think that's when I became a shaman. I don't
Okay.
think I was that before that. Apparently I'm hungry. Hope everybody was able to hear that.
Thought it was me.
Sure, we'll blame you.
Great.
My dog's name is Arvik,
Arvik.
and that is an 8-legged polar bear.
Nice.
He's good.
Any more burdens?
You just make them really strong, whichever ones you already have
Well,
identified.
I have identified one,
Uh-huh.
which is that I feel responsible for your blindness. Like maybe I
Did you
wandered
do
off
it?
and you you were coming to rescue me in a blizzard or something.
Yeah.
You know, whatever the situation was, and you're frostbite of the eyeballs or however it happened. But I feel responsible, even though it's a little when it happened.
Sure.
Yeah, that's why I decided to become a helper, a healer, to start to learn stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
great.
That's great.
But I need another one.
You can also
Or that
feel...
can just be 3
Doesn't want,
points.
Just
doesn't
3
want that to
points.
be a 3.
Yeah, that seems big.
Yeah.
You could also be responsible for him having gotten lost.
Yeah, for
It's always your fault.
It's the same incident.
Same incident.
Yeah.
Okay, you have your gifts. Why don't you read off your gifts? And burdens?
My gifts are a loyal dog, a medicine bag which serves as a focus, and Dream Whispered Riddle of the Stars, because I am also blind and haunted, and I feel like those all tie together.
Wow.
There's the Dream Whispered Riddle of the Stars, I think is prophecy stuff. That's where I see it.
It's all pretty grim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I followed my prompts from the cards, so.
Nice. Do you have yours, David?
Just about, yeah. So for my gifts, I took Uncanny Balance at one point, rock with a tiny spirit in it at one point, and then an heirloom walking stick, because I'm old. Each of those are at one point. And then for burden so far, I have terrible sense of direction and an overwhelming need to return the spirit rock to wherever I got it. And I actually think that one is going to be a 2-point burden.
Yeah, why don't you do
And
that?
I feel like
sounds
like
great.
it goes maybe somewhere super bad,
Well,
which
you're
is
gonna
why I keep getting lost all the time.
You're going to get a chance
Very
to...
well.
The tippy top.
Right at the tip of the narwhal. Just
Yeah,
You gotta balance it perfectly.
nice.
I've,
All right.
I've
You
built
drop
the
it, you have to go
entire
all the way
mountain.
back down. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's full of spirit rocks. So one
It's a lot of work.
All right, Megan, let's hear yours.
Okay, for gifts, I have that I am training in healing arts, right? So I'm learning to be a healer. I have an uncanny sense of whether someone is lying or telling the truth.
Okay.
And I'm an excellent weaver.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I was going to help us,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I'm pretty good at baskets and stuff. And then for burdens, at 2 points, I have that I feel responsible for your blindness. And at 1 point, not to get too much of every single Disney princess, but I want more than the village has to offer. I dream of more than
You want adventure
in the great wide
somewhere.
somewhere. I don't know exactly
Perfect.
where, but yeah, I want it more than I can bear.
That's great. That's excellent. No, well done. Bravo. Yes, you're all doing great. You're holding up well.
We did it!
Okay. There's a mechanic about tracking the stars in the night sky, but we are going to... we're not going to use that mechanic because we are limited for time, and so normally, so that you know, there would be a mechanic for determining how many stars are there, and we cross them off, and certain things happen when we're out of stars. Then the sun comes up and the game's over. So we're basically, once we start playing, going to go around. I think twice. We'll assess after the first time around, kind of look at the clock and see if we have room, if it's one more time around or two. Okay. And that was an FYI. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to work on the Nitu map. So similar to how the Ganakagok map is the story of our land. This is the story of our people. It's basically a relationships map, and I've already put your names here, okay? And we will have ways of creating other characters and creating relationships here. So the first thing we're going to do is create new characters. So, and we should also put age and gender on here. So is everybody playing their own gender?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So
15 and 15.
yeah. Yeah, okay. Female 15. And Sarah is then female 37. And Norlutik is male 64. So, and with these other characters, if we want to add a little bit about the character, maybe we want enough room to add several more characters here. But and don't draw relationships yet. You might say, oh, it's my mother, and that's understood. You know, so you might want to put it nearby, but don't draw in lines. The lines are going to have a different use in this game than relationships. So
The name paper.
yes, the name paper. So you're each gonna get to create a character.
Okay. And it could be anything, right? It could be
Yeah.
a
Oh,
person, place,
Yeah, it
thing?
recommends putting them on. Putting them all on the rim of an imaginary circle.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Yeah.
But I just mean, yeah, like it could
Yeah.
be,
Yep.
I have a relationship to this walking corpse.
Well, these are the names of people up here.
Just saying, you know, could it be?
Yeah, sure.
Everyone needs a job.
Yeah.
The walking corpse. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got no issue with that.
She's a walking corpse herder. Is
Oh no, more than one. Walking corpse?
yeah, there are several.
Okay. Yeah, hey.
Raise them like sheep in our culture.
That's grim.
Okay.
I'm looking at my stats here.
So it's like matching on here. I'm going to add. Gotta pick a name now. Sausulik. Sausulik. Male. I don't know if that matters. Who is the healer who I'm learning from?
Excellent.
Okay, so let's add
Healer.
healer. Yep.
Here.
Okay.
What else do I want? Okay, sorry.
I can reach.
You're doing it.
I'm doing it. I'd like to add a spirit.
Is it the walking corpse?
No, the walking corpse doesn't get a spirit. It knows what it did. I think Apaluchak spirit.
Is that your most haunted friend?
My most haunted friend.
Yeah.
Spirit, non-binary. I think.
The one that clamors the most for your attention.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's like
I think-
always there.
Yeah, and is a non-binary, neither
It's a
male
spirit.
or female. Just, I think some of them probably have
Yeah, sure.
gender, but this one does not.
Yeah, that one's just spirit.
I think I'm going to add Aluta. And I think she is the premier hunter in our village.
Yeah, putting an identity like that is really good. So, like, if you think of an adjective to go with healer, let me know.
Oh, okay.
Or just reach over and done it. Or if you think of an as
Something else.
spirit,
We could just, I had said premier hunter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's do that. Premier.
I'm picturing her just being almost entirely successful every time she goes out for a hunt.
I think
Okay.
spirit is insistent spirit.
Insistent spirit. Okay, great.
Assistant, and I put grumpy healer.
Grumpy healer.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say
great.
like maybe gruff more than grumpy, but I already wrote grumpy, so you get it. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are going to next add relationship lines. You're going to add one love line and one hate line, and this it's directional, so it goes from one character to another character. How the other character feels back is not unless somebody draws a line. They don't. We're like, okay, they love me, but whatever, or hate me, whatever. So also you can have both lines
To the same.
go to the same. You can love and hate the same individual. So, yeah. So, why don't you add? I think it'd be best to just add one at a time all the way, but we'll go around twice. So
Okay.
add
I'll
a
do a
love,
love
or
line.
hate,
Loves.
either one.
I'm gonna do a love line to grumpy old healer teacher.
Love him.
Love.
And you put heart. Yeah,
A little
good.
heart.
So,
Well, I think I hate the spirit. Which is a heart with.
Yeah.
The line through it.
It's got like a Bobcat Goldthwait voice. It's just
worms.
constantly.
It's a grating thing.
Oh, that's
always when I'm
horrifying.
trying to sleep.
Yeah.
I think that I am potentially pretty distrustful of the spirit.
Everybody hates the spirit.
Yeah.
Aw.
Sorry, buddy. Better luck next time.
Okay, now hate line, huh?
you need
For
to
me.
do a hate line. Yeah.
Jump on the bandwagon. Do you hate me?
No. I also hate this spirit. I see how much trouble it causes you, and I already have so much guilt about the pain that I've caused that I'm like weirdly protective of you, even though you're an adult and I'm a child.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna connect. I think I love Megan's character.
I forgot that you already did your hate line, and I was like, no.
I already did my. I just got the hate out of the way first.
Yeah.
I think that I have a great deal of admiration for Aluta, our hunter,
Okay.
for keeping us
Fed and safe.
crazy well fed.
All right, we'll put this up here so everybody can see it for a moment. Okay, so now we get to add two more, whatever you like. So we'll go around the table twice again. When it's your turn, you can add another geographical feature. I would encourage at least maybe one or two more geographical features would be nice. You can add another character to the Nitu map, or you can add another love-hate line to the Nitu map. And so, and by the way, there is a purpose to always starting with you, and that is, it is the young who tend to take action and are bold. And it is the elderly who tend to
serve in the
react
Senate.
to the energy of youth. So
It's true.
That's me. Constantly reacting.
Yeah.
Always.
Okay, well, I'm gonna make our village since it's
Yeah.
not on here yet. And I would like us to have somewhere to live.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the village.
I think-
that won't count. The village is supposed to have been drawn on there.
Oh, okay.
And
Well, I get a freebie.
You get a freebie.
Here is our
You
village.
get the village.
Here is our little.
I think I got distracted with the swirly.
Look what you've done. It's very distracting.
It is
I couldn't
distracting.
remember what
I
the
like
third
it.
thing. I knew it was the coast
Yeah.
and the place of the ancient not
The forgotten.
the forgotten ones. Yeah, and the village. I couldn't think
this
of
is
village,
us.
and so we ended up with a
I'm
swirly
gonna put a
instead.
fire in the middle because it's like homey. You know?
It's all right. This is a thing. It's either very small huts or very large fire.
Yeah, it's the communal fire. It's big.
The biggest fire.
And also small.
Yeah.
You know, we don't need a lot of space. It's a combo. This one looks like Darth Vader's helmet. That's where I live. All right, that's the village.
Oh, you can also increase the in this round. You can also increase the strength of a relationship. So these should all all start with a
Oh,
one.
have a one.
Yeah.
Right? And if that's just not enough love or hate, you can increase
If
that.
you must.
Okay, well, if that's
so-
a freebie,
Yeah, it's
then
still
what
your
I
turn.
want to do is make a spirit that's like the protector of our village. It's like a mini deity, kind of like a
Mini me.
yeah, mini, yeah,
Mini.
yeah. It's like, you know, like Athena to Athens, right? All the gods, but this is the spirit that is like on the ground where we are doing work. Uluglulik?
Yeah.
Sure. Uluglulik. Spirit. I'm gonna say village protector. Okay. Alright. Who wants what?
I think I'm adding in upside down. I can do it. A sacred site where we
Do sacred stuff.
bury our dead, and I think it's a pier because I think we
Send them into
give it to the whirlpools.
Ooh,
I like that.
nice.
So, like, I think that there's probably some,
An ice pier.
yeah. And I think there's probably also some stuff like here that we have for prepping, and then an ice pier that we then send up.
Yeah, so there's no trees, so everything is made of ice or furs or bones. FYI.
Definitely lots of bones in this
Okay.
section.
There is bones.
Great.
Bones.
All right. Damon?
All right. I think I'm going to add an area here where moonlight and starlight don't happen.
Oh,
Oh, it's like
So
the
it's
dark lane.
just dark there, like even darker than our constant dark.
Okay.
Yeah, because the constant dark is actually more lit than people might imagine, because it's all the snow, the light of
Yeah.
the stars reflects off of the snow and
There's
the
no
ice.
other light
Yeah.
pollution.
Yeah, there's no
See the stars.
other
over
light
them.
pollution here.
Okay.
Can you write darkness or something? Darkness.
Darkness, no parents.
Bow.
Okay, so we get to go around one more time.
Okay. Okay. I think that over here is a place that we fear to go.
ooh.
Or maybe people are sent there on like trials and things because there is I don't know, I want to say moose, but I like that there's a two-headed sea monster as an option of things.
Yeah.
Two-headed moose monster.
Two-headed
Sea
moose
moose.
monster. Sea moose. I'm going to say there's like an enormous spectral moose.
Yeah.
Spectral moose.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Yeah, that's a good identity. Bubba, the spectral moose.
Bubba.
Yeah.
That's what we call him affectionately. Danger.
Thank you for labeling.
In case we thought it was the nice one.
Right.
What does a moose look like? They have
No, you're doing
They
it.
had to do have a head. That is correct.
ears, I imagine. Pretty
There you go.
clear
Yeah.
that these, if
Oh. Uh-huh.
just angry eyes. His nose.
Okay,
And
good.
then, whoa, they're weirdly long legs.
Yep, it's true.
Oh God, this is a lot of pressure.
And we'll all just watch you draw.
I appreciate that. Oh God, its legs are so long. Do they have a tail, right? Yeah.
Nice.
There you go.
Wow.
Big old spectral
great.
moose
Big ol' spectral
with little
moose.
moose feet.
With its
Like-
little moose feet.
Strangely small moose feet for this.
It's a very
special-
dainty little, yeah.
No,
Mooses
they're
are
great.
weird. Okay.
They are.
Yeah. Okay. And so also you can add to this. You could also add lore.
Add
Another
him on there.
spectral.
No, I'm just saying that when
Oh,
you're
you
trying
could
to add
also add
something.
lore.
You could also create a myth about the moose or the darkness or something.
I'm gonna build off of the moose.
Great.
I'm gonna build off of him. This here, we'll do red because it's bad. And I'm going to say that he exists inside a big chasm, a big like ice fissure.
Nice. Great.
Ooh, wow.
Right down there, inside.
Yeah. All right. There you go.
That sort of builds the lore. Do you want me to write that down? That he's down in there.
I think the arrow says it.
Okay.
It's fine.
That's
Yeah.
good.
I'm just
the arrow, man.
trying to keep this a little bit in frame if we can.
Oh,
no,
God.
I mean, no,
you're using
unless you're going to draw on it.
Yeah, I think I might. I think I might.
Do you want
Yeah.
names?
Yeah.
I think, and I can add relationship lines.
You
Yes.
can add another relationship line. You can increase the strength of an existing relationship line, or you can add a character.
So I just sort of want to generally increase the strength of our village protector.
Oh, okay.
Just make it particularly
Strong.
effective.
Yeah, I think that's fine. I think
That's
you
a
can.
like lore, I think.
Would that be a lore thing? Yeah.
How about? Well, let's just establish it. Let's do this. Let's put a map to the village
Oh, I like that.
and put a heart.
He loves us.
Not to steal your thunder, but I guess I did. Okay.
Thunder.
You have to circle the heart though,
Yeah.
so it
You have to-
matches.
Have to
There.
circle.
That's how you know that he added it.
Extra love.
Love.
So much
Just
love.
Extra
circle
love.
One. Okay, so we have love for the villagers. Yeah. Okay, I think that's great. Okay. The GM divides number of players plus 1, which is 4, between the final fate of Ganakagok and the Netu.
No.
So let's put down
Final
here.
fate sounds bad.
That
Fate.
seems pretty
It seems bad.
final if I were to put a word
Fate
to it.
of Ganak.
We've only barely started to jump straight to the end of things.
And I'm just gonna put 2 and 2.
2 and 2.
Oh, is that a G?
Yeah. It's a
Yeah.
no, it's
It's an
my
E and then a big comma.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
no, it's my script.
Yeah, that's right, I
the-
forgot.
The E has a serif that plummets.
Yeah, it's,
Yeah,
Right.
that's
Off the
how they
tip.
write in Ganaka.
Yeah, yeah.
Sure.
Yep.
come on.
Okay,
Everyone knows
so
this.
So sorry, I can't write yet.
Yeah.
we have medicine cards that we're going to deal out. So I did shuffle these earlier. So it's your turn to cut.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
I cut like
This is
top.
still part of setup, correct?
This will relate to. These are cards you can invoke during the course of the game for advantage.
Okay.
Okay, or for different things. So
Because we are at the point where we should perhaps take a bio break.
we're almost there.
Okay.
Can we go do this one thing and then we'll do it?
That sounds perfect.
Okay, great.
Ignore what
okay.
I said before.
Okay.
Ignore that.
In fact, I'll even make it kind of quick. This has no effect now.
Great.
These are 3 medicine cards that you can use during the game. You can look at them. There's no secrets.
Thank you.
I will explain them. But by using them, you accumulate bad medicine for yourself. So your bad medicine number will go up. The first time you use 1 by 1, the second time by 2, and the third time by 4. They will give you some options during play, which we'll get to as it comes up. And that is the end of the beginning.
Okay.
So we are ready to start playing. But before we play, let's take a short break.
Let's take a break. We'll see you back here in a few minutes. Go get something to chew on or snack on or drink on.
Yeah.
Those are phrases.
People do.
Just drink on things.
Sure, that's a
Drink
phrase.
on, my friends.
welcome back to Sarah's Table from the break. We had a rousing discussion about life and the universe and everything, but mostly trains and train horns. So that's really what we were checking out.
That's what you missed.
Yeah, you missed it. It was great. I'm so sorry. Maybe we'll release that content at a future date if there's enough.
Some like Patreon bonus
Yeah,
material.
definitely.
Yeah.
This is definitely a bonus situation.
Train talk.
It's like, send us $500 a piece and we'll tell you about the trains.
It's worth that.
It's worth that. It's worth that. Anyway, let's get back to our village, shall we?
Hi. Okay, so the way this game is played is that we go around. It's a series of scenes that will primarily we'll start with Meagan, and we'll go around the table. The scene may include other characters aside from whose turn it is, but I'll be generally thinking about each of you individually, separately as these scenes go, and what and we'll play out to some sort of conflict within the scene, something that you want, that you know that seems worthy of drawing some cards. And to begin that process, we will draw what's called a situation card. So you can cut the cards for me, and we will use this. I hope I already have an idea, so I hope it doesn't conflict too much here. Okay, we drew the Four of Flames, to fail to act when action is necessary. Oh, that fits perfectly, actually. Okay, so the situation in the village among the Nitu has not been pretty since you all have shared with the village your predictions for the future about the change. And there is a underlying tension that has broken out in violence. And not directly against you, but indirectly against you. You were fearful of your lives, and you in particular, since you are the it's your turn.
Your turn to be in danger.
You have been afraid and in hiding.
Oh, okay.
Because of your concerns for your safety, and the idea that your safety is being threatened is also really upsetting to the people, and so there was a fight that broke out between two of the men in the village, and they've been sent to their corners. They both lived through the fight, but after sustaining some injuries.
Goodness.
And the helpful village, the helpful spirit.
Ulugulik? Ulugulik.
Yeah. Ulugulik.
Did it?
Ulugulik, the village protector, has come to see you in your place of hiding.
Whoa.
I know spirits are your thing, but it's her turn.
No, go
This is
chat.
gonna kick this off.
Good chat.
So where are you hiding?
I am hiding. Imagine like just past the darkness. There's some like.
So are you like out by yourself, and or do you take somebody with you?
How? What's the distance here?
Hey, you drew the map.
Yeah, okay.
And there's maybe let's say a day. This has got to be big enough that it should take at least several days to walk somewhere, right? Mm-hmm. But not so big that it would take like a couple months to walk somewhere, right? So how about we call that a day's journey?
Okay, I'm gonna say then like maybe right before the darkness, there's some like sea caves and things over here.
Okay, well,
And so I am.
just draw a little sea
Some
cave.
sea caves?
A little, yeah.
Okay. How do you draw a cave?
Just,
Kind of like our houses, I guess. So I'm going to draw it.
yeah, there's some sea caves over there. Okay,
That's a sea cave.
and so you're hiding in the caves over by the darkness. Are you by yourself?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
I think so.
For sure. I have run off.
I ran away. Yeah. I
Okay.
used to like play here, so I'm kind of pretty familiar with them, but they're far enough away that I feel like I could.
Are you afraid of being by yourself out on the ice?
I think.
You're 15, right?
Yeah, I'm 15. I think not here. Not here. That's why I came here, is because it feels far enough away from the village and like immediate threat, but because I spent so much time here when I was like much smaller, I feel like I know this area really well. And so I'm like,
Right.
this is my space. No one can come get me here. I like know which caves connect to which caves. If someone does try to come after me, yeah.
Okay. So, you have doing something. You're hiding in the caves, and you're doing something that is where it's easy. You're keeping your hands busy, but you're easy to think about
I'm
something
an
else.
excellent weaver.
Excellent weaver.
Weaver.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm right by the water, so I like collect some. I don't know. Is there like seaweed here? Are we too far? enough?
good,
Great.
yeah, yeah.
Collect some seaweed
I
to
guess.
just kind of like
Arctic.
keep me.
but
Yeah.
there's
Arctic
some-
seaweed,
Sure. Yeah.
Arctic
frozen
You
seaweed.
just have to say Arctic in front of it, and then it's fine.
You know what?
Maybe
This isn't even real.
maybe
Let's
whale
have some weed here.
guts. Maybe whale
Whale
guts.
guts.
Sure.
Weave them together.
Thread from whale guts. Let's go with that.
Okay.
Okay. And so because it's somewhat mindless, while you're doing it, your mind drifts and you enter into something of a meditative state. And Ulugulik,
Yeah. Glulugulik.
Ulugulik
It's a lot of L's.
comes to see you, and
So. That's how I meditate. Ooh, what's up, spirit?
Some spirits.
Putnabuk, the people are discontent.
Yeah. I like gesture at the cave.
You must take action.
Can you be more specific?
You must show a sign.
Okay. Do you know of a sign that I can show? Because we tried talking and it didn't really
He's
work.
not- maybe he does kind of laugh a little. You must you must do something epic that shows that the gods, that the ancient ones smile on you, that the ancestors are with you. Something that no one has done before.
Okay.
Maybe take some helpers along.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No.
I do like the idea of the spirit being like, come on, man, get it together. I've given you a bunch of hints.
All the clues are there. All the clues are there.
Something, accomplish a task that would seem otherwise impossible, to show that the ancestors smile upon your efforts.
Okay. Okay.
And the spirit
Thanks. Bye.
fades away. Usually there's a task resolution and a conflict, but I think that just felt like, no, that was just a,
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Accomplish.
Do
The impossible.
do something.
Do the impossible.
Possible
Yeah, that's
task.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe we could. Oh, you know what? You know what? I'm gonna go talk to Norlutik. Wait, can I do something? I don't know what we
Yeah,
are.
sure. Sure.
I would like to go talk to Norlutik, who keeps trying to climb this mountain to be like, let's do it. We're gonna do it. It's gonna work. I know you've been talking about the change coming. I've been talking about the change coming. You know who else has been talking about the change coming? The other player character. Let's round them all up.
Get them all together.
Yeah. We're gonna climb this mountain. You're gonna put your spirit rock back, and we're gonna successfully get to the top of Spirit Mountain.
I'm here for it.
Spirit Mountain.
Spirit Mountain is what it's called.
This is great.
Almost definitely.
Perfect.
Trademarked.
Okay, so that conversation happened.
Yeah. I mean, do you guys, are you on board or?
Absolutely.
Great. That's really convenient to moving the game along.
That's great. That's awesome.
I'm gonna have to
Such
have assistance, I think.
Yeah. Do you have any sort of companion that you could bring to help you with?
Sure, but I was also hoping that, like, you two would help me.
Yeah. No, we're a team now if you say yes. Yeah.
Sure, yeah. Great. As we were both drinking. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Great. Yeah, I like sneak back into town because it's still like,
you step back into town.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Great.
All right.
We
Great.
should go before someone kills me though.
Yeah. Good.
Great.
All right. Nobody's gonna kill you.
Yeah. Is the whoever? I assume we have a leader here.
The village leader.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably so.
Okay.
You may not.
Okay.
There's no.
We're a democracy.
I'm actually reading a book about social organizations of indigenous and Pleistocene era human.
Well, then
tribes.
you would
They
know better
Don't
than
necessarily have a leader.
Maybe we're more of a collective and
Okay.
sort of.
Yeah.
Okay, well then I'm gonna go tell Sausalik, my mentor, the healer. I'm gonna be like, we're going on this journey. We're gonna prove that this is all real.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you told them.
just so someone knows. Yeah.
You told her, and him.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. And so, okay.
Time to climb a mountain.
Yeah. I think. Well, we could turn this into a conflict here if we want. Before we go.
Okay. Yes, let's.
Yeah. No, you're not.
Yeah, no, I have to.
No. You can't go climb that.
Okay, well,
Mountain.
do you know where I spent the night last night? Because it was in a
In the
sea
caves
cave.
again?
Yeah, in a sea cave because people are.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. We're going to introduce some mechanics to
Okay, yeah,
conflict
great.
here before we go too far into the conflict.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
I was ready. She was
Yeah.
like, look.
Okay. All right. Now we
Straight
got a
fighting.
now we got a conflict. Okay.
My back's
So, yeah, the healer. To be clear, the healer is telling you no, you cannot
Yeah.
do this. Right.
'Cause he's
Okay.
grumpy.
So we are. We're gonna have a situation. Okay, we got that. We did good with that one. Okay, we have a. It's called a consequence card. It is the child of stars, and it is to mediate or think introspectively.
Meditate.
Meditate.
Just-
To meditate,
Important difference,
mediate,
potentially.
meditate, or think introspectively. You will. I think we should have a ritual of insight, and perhaps the great spectral moose can convince you that you are not to go to the top of the tower. That this is suicide, which is like foolish and suicide together.
Correct, yeah.
Perfect. It's foolicide.
You know
the
best.
worst.
Yeah, no, I hear you. I see where you're coming from. You know who did tell me to do something like this was Ulugulik, our village protector, specifically came to me. And if you're implying that you perhaps have knowledge that our village protector does not, I'm willing to listen to it. However, perhaps it'd be best if you meditate on that a little bit. Maybe think introspectively,
Precocious.
as I did
So precocious.
when I was in that cave and was visited by, again, can't stress this enough, our village protector.
Okay.
I like this.
Let's cut to dice rolling
Yeah,
here.
this healer's like, this little shit.
Okay.
I don't know why he's so grumpy.
Can't imagine.
Okay, so we're going to create a dice pool.
I'm so fine when I signed up.
And the dice pool is a measure. Now, there's a common instinct in games to think more dice, the better. In Ganakagok, the more dice that get drawn into a conflict doesn't make things more or less likely to succeed. It makes the impact bigger. It makes it of bigger consequence. Okay? And also, I'm going to cut to a reminder about the medicine card that came up right before break. You can, at any time, use a medicine card to add a location to the map with the strength of the card's root, which is the small number underneath the big number. In this case, it would be the 3. You can add a character to the Nitu map with relationships equal to the card's root. Or you can add or increase the strength of existing gifts or burdens by the card's root. Or you can narrate an event, something that just happens in the world that is in line with the card.
All those things have to be in line with the card, correct? Or is it just the event?
It only says it only specifically called that out under the event or occurrence.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, we're going to figure out dice, and you are in a safe place. So we start with your ancestors' mana. What is your ancestors' mana?
3.
3. So we get 3 dice from your ancestors' mana. If you are exposed, no. To the elements, no. Are you pursuing your change hope?
Yeah. My change hope was journey to travel, experience change or growth.
Yeah, funny
Which is
that.
pretty
Yeah.
on the nose.
Yeah,
right?
okay.
Yeah.
So we add, what is your sun mana?
3.
3, okay. And are you confronting your change fear?
I would think so. So my change fear was darkness. It was to lose hope or to despair. And I think if I stayed here in our village in conflict, it would be sort of letting that win. And
So
trying to
then
fight
you get
against
to add stars, your stars.
that is also 3.
3.
So many dice.
This is a big event.
We're going to the ice. That's only 1 if we want to talk about small amounts of dice.
You can, if you want more dice, you can take good medicine from the village, the world, or yourself.
Let's do these.
Yeah. And
Feels good.
here is another use of your medicine card. You could play your medicine card to add its root to the dice pool.
I don't.
And those can only be utilized once during the game.
Oh yeah,
correct?
each medicine card can only be used
So,
once.
like, once it's used, it's spent.
use
And
it
we
once.
can, but if we are in the scene, even if it's not our, like, we can use it, right?
There'll be places for you to. I think so. Let me get to that.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
refreshing my.
I'm gonna. I don't know. I'm gonna stick with these dice.
Okay.
I would like,
I don't know.
how many dice are over there?
There you
Can
go.
I have all
Roll
of
the
them?
dice
Just all of them.
out into here.
Okay. Nope,
Ideal.
not that one.
Okay, so we're going to put them in these general areas. Your attribute. We got to determine what your attribute. This is you're having a debate with her, him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
House of-
So this is face.
Face. I got 4 face.
You got 4 face.
Yeah, I got so much face.
Okay.
faces.
So
face for days.
Face for
anything,
days.
Yeah.
anything that is a 4 or less goes into gift dice.
Wow. Great.
Yes.
Yep.
Good
And-
for me.
Okay.
Thanks, face.
That's a pretty good roll.
That was good.
Yeah,
So
it's a really good roll. And I can lock in a number of these equal to the number of players. So there's only 1. So I'm going to lock this in. So this is
Unchangeably bad.
fixed.
Okay.
So
Oh no.
yep, that's that.
Can I lock in
Can't-
some of my good ones?
Nope.
Nope, sorry. None for you.
I don't know.
Okay, so now we determine who won what's called intermediate narration, and it's based on the number of these dice versus the number of these dice. I think we know.
I think
who
the
did
precocious
that.
helper.
And about numbers at 1 and then like more than 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yep.
Good accountant.
Yeah. Okay. So if the player wins intermediate narration, the order is myself, then you, then the other players. So we'll
Okay.
start with you win by going after me in a sense, the way the mechanics works. Okay. So let's see, order meters. Okay, and we will go
No.
to we will go around the table.
Here we go.
Yeah, right.
Gonna have a narration fight.
Until everybody has passed or we've gone around 2 times.
Okay.
Okay.
So, okay. Now, when you can, let's see, invoke your identity if it's if it's relevant, that's worth a point. Your gifts, if they would apply, you can invoke them up to their strength. You can invoke love that you are the recipient of if they could conceivably help you in this discussion. You can invoke the love that you give if you're acting on their behalf or interest. You can invoke lore, facts from Ganakagok or the Nitu map if it makes sense. And you can invoke your presence in the scene is worth a point.
Okay.
And if your change hope is at stake, you can invoke that for a point. You may do all that.
Okay.
Go.
Wait, but
And-
you don't go first?
I do. I do that. Okay, I can invoke situational factors, root value of the situation card, which is 3. Yeah, she's definitely calling upon you to, let's not, rush off to anything. And the identity of this character is a point, so that's 4. Burdens. Any burdens that you feel responsible for Koopalumic's blindness, and you want more for the village than the village has to offer. Oh yes, here you go, off chasing rainbows again.
I've never seen one.
So we're up to 5. And is there any hate towards you? No, I don't. Or let's see, given by.
I'm lovable as heck.
Yeah, and you don't hate the person you're
Did
arguing
just
with.
start a fight.
I didn't start a fight. They chose to fight about what I was saying.
Okay.
Sort of your fault.
Is it though? You brought it up. You both brought it up. We're all harbingers here.
Okay. So 5 points. So I'm going to change.
Seems like too many points.
That's 1,
You can change each of those by
2,
1.
3.
Okay.
Yeah. And 4, 5.
Okay.
There you go. Okay. Now you can.
And
do
I want
this.
as many of these to be 4 or less as possible, and I can't touch this one.
Correct.
Okay. Okay.
Also, the ones are good, right? Because that gives you good medicine.
Oh yeah, if I can get a bunch down here.
Yeah,
good
both
too.
of these have a role. So good medicine and bad medicine are adjustments to medicine. It's ultimate, and the final narration will be determined by the number of this dice versus these dice.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. So I want these 2 squares, just in general.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I am going to invoke my identity,
Okay.
which is that I am precocious. And I'm a helper, and I feel like this is overall going to help the village.
Right.
I'm going to invoke my love for Sausulik, who I'm talking to, because again, the village is falling to infighting and all this divisiveness, and if I go do this, then I will be helping everyone that I do love,
yeah.
which includes him. I'm going to invoke the love coming my way from Koopalumik, who has agreed to go with me on this journey. And if the town, aren't you the shaman?
I am.
Yeah. If the town shaman, of all people, is on board, then I feel like that's a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
And I will be protected by your spiritual prowess.
That's what I can offer.
And the dog.
And the dog.
really.
I can basically invoke any of this stuff, right? Can I invoke a gift?
If you, yes, if their utility would apply.
I am a healer, and I can use everything that you've taught me if we get into trouble to help us survive.
Okay.
And increase our survivability.
Okay.
What else can I do here? I'm pursuing my change hope, which you know that I've always wanted to travel and see more. This is something that everybody speaks of as this great heroic act, but hasn't been able to do. But it's still on the island.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
And
That's 5.
let's see.
That looks like a good.
What's that? I've got more on here. Should I save some for round 2 if we have a round 2, or should I just go for it?
Yeah.
better?
You can't use the same thing twice. So.
Okay.
Like your gifts and stuff, you can't use twice.
Correct.
Got it.
Yeah, anything that you pull in now, you can't
Those.
use in the next round. In the next, in this scene again.
This. Okay. So I should save some of these in case you come back at me.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then I'm going to change 5 of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to knock all of these down to. No, I'm going to knock 2 of these down to 1,
Okay.
and then I guess this one to 3 and this one to 4, which lands us there.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, and you guys aren't in this scene, so
We are
Correct.
not.
yeah. So
Just eating popcorn and
Let's
I was
call
gonna say
in
watching, but I am probably not watching.
Some third parties. If you need more convincing, I can bring the 2 people.
I realize
enlisted.
it could have worked out that way, but I think he kind of, he realized his tactical advantage and sprung it on you there. Okay, so I'm just gonna pass. I mean,
Oh, okay.
you have a tremendous position here.
Yeah.
So.
Looks good.
All right. So the final narration is the number of gift dice. So it's 3 to 1. So you get to distribute gifts and good medicine. So there's 4 points of good medicine that you get to distribute, and 3 points of gifts. And the gifts are improvements to to gifts that you have here.
Okay.
Or you can create new characters or new places or details or new gifts, or increase or decrease the strength of existing ones. You can create new burdens. Probably wouldn't want to do that. That's, okay, this is a list of what we can both do. Okay,
Yeah.
I would
I'm
do
gonna
that.
make it harder on you now.
Yeah.
You could increase the strength of relationship lines, or you could change an element of your identity, precocious, to something else.
That's working out for you.
I think that's sort of my thing. Yeah. Okay.
Or yeah.
Okay. How's everyone's good to bad medicine? If we're going on a thing together, I don't know if I want to make sure you guys are set up to
10 to
succeed.
14, good to bad.
To bad?
Yeah.
I have 14 to 6, good to bad.
You seem like you're doing great.
I'm okay.
Okay.
Oh, that list was gifts. That's these 3. The good medicine.
Yeah. You said I
is-
couldn't give these out, I thought. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, these are. Yeah, you're right. Okay. So
Okay.
your good and bad medicine can go to any character in the scene,
So I have to go to you.
or Ganakagok
You can just put it all in your pocket.
Okay.
or the Nitu, the
All
people.
that good medicine
Okay.
right in your pouch.
I don't know if this is too meta to know like how those 2 things play out. Like,
Oh yeah, sure. At the end of the game, we will determine the final fate of each character, and of Ganakagok, and of the people.
okay.
And if the good medicine outweighs the bad medicine, then it's generally a good outcome,
Okay.
and vice versa.
I would like to
So this is bad.
I'm going to give all my good medicine to the people.
Okay.
Tie game.
Tie game.
All right. And then these are used that other list
Okay.
that I.
I am going to. Can I make since narration rights
sure.
are mine?
Yeah.
Okay. So in being convinced that this is the
Yeah.
path that I'm going to take, I think that Sausulik gives me like basically an upgraded healer's kit.
Ooh.
Right? Like he's
Perfect.
like, if you're going,
Right.
take this with you.
Right.
It's a little bit above where you're at, but I think you could figure it out.
Yeah, we did sort of skip the narration. Yes, you can
Okay.
you get to narrate how this scene ends.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
so that's what he kind of like shuffles off, like grumbling to himself, and he goes to a trunk and he opens it up, and he was like, I wasn't planning on giving you this yet, but if you're going out into the wilderness, trying to attempt this feat, then take these. It's dangerous to go alone.
Yeah.
Take this. Yeah. And so I am putting one gift
a heart
into my
container.
healer in training.
Yep. Perfect.
And let's see.
It's just like a
You upped
sack
the
with a
number
seal
there,
heart.
didn't you?
Yeah,
Yeah,
two
great.
now. And then, sorry, where else can I put these? Like anywhere?
Yeah.
All over the place?
You can create new characters on the Nitu map or details. You can create new players or places or details on the Ganakagok map. You can create new gifts or increase or decrease the strength of existing ones. You could you could decrease the strength of a burden. You can create or increase the strength of relationship lines.
Okay.
You could change an element of your identity.
Okay. I think that I'm also going to decrease my burden about your blindness. You're going to come on this with me. You were like, ready, up. Like, you have all this love for me. You've always been like, this wasn't your fault. And in agreeing to come with me and like tackle this, I feel like I can make sure that nothing like that happens again and sort of prove myself a little bit. So I'm going to take that down to a one burden point. And then I am going to and I'm gonna give myself a love line to the spirit for coming to me and allowing me to
choice.
take this journey.
I thought you meant, I'm going to have him love me.
I am very lovable to spirits. You
All right.
get it.
I get it.
Okay.
Okay, so I will with my gifts, with my burden. I am going to add a trait to the pinnacle that it is unclimbable.
Oh no. But
So far.
just historically,
Yeah.
it's been unclimbable.
But
I mean, that
that's
would make a lot of sense, really.
accomplish an impossible task.
Right, yeah, I get it.
Yeah, it's a gift. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's unclimbable. Everybody knows it's unclimbable.
Yeah.
Not me.
Strength of 1.
Not you?
Just keep trying.
And the bad medicine. Well, I think we need to try and keep this.
No, that's
In play.
unnecessary.
Yeah, there we go.
Rude.
Yeah.
Save all
rude.
my good medicine. Okay, whatever.
I'm trying.
No. I even have
We'll try
bad
to mop it
medicine.
up for me.
Actually,
We'll
yeah.
react
Thank you.
to that
Great.
now.
Yeah.
Okay. It is now time to go to you, Sarah. Let us draw a
Lunac.
situation card. Okay. The Man of Flames. To swear a great oath or solemn vow.
That seems fitting with what I do in the village.
I believe in you.
Thank you.
I'm wondering if there is a vow that you have made or someone has made that would be an obstacle to this quest?
Probably.
Do you have an idea for one, or do you like this?
Yeah, I
where
like
this
that
is
direction.
where this is going?
Perhaps my predecessor, the previous shaman, had made a vow. Maybe it's to not leave the village. Like, stay here, be central to. Although that would be hard for. She probably has to do burials and stuff.
So this is like real far away. That's like,
yeah.
It's a suburb.
Yeah, that's burbs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about if your predecessor warned you of this place?
Just to stay away from it?
And, I mean, is that too hard? I mean, that's a pretty big thing to ask you to break your vow. But
Sure.
I
mean, let's do it.
Let's do it. Yeah, let's
do it.
sure.
It's
Okay.
dangerous. You don't want to leave the village without a shaman.
So, yeah, you got excited about the trip, and then it occurs to you, like,
Well, I can't let her go by herself. It will not go well if she goes by herself. I should definitely go, but that's going to be a problem.
Yeah, so,
It's okay. I'm taking the lost boy with me.
No, that makes it worse.
okay, so this is the village protector spirit, and there's another spirit.
Yeah, he's
somewhere. Yeah,
over here.
That's the bobcat one.
Yeah,
yeah.
It's actually
that's
a
the
lynx.
one that's
the worst.
Lynx gold plate.
yeah.
No
yeah.
relation.
So, yeah, maybe this was a vow you made a really long time ago, and you kind of maybe wished you hadn't, and
do
kind of
wish
forgotten
that.
about it, and Upalucha.
Check. There's a Q at the end.
Yeah.
Upalucha.
I think it's like a glottal
Hey.
stop.
What about your vow,
Yeah.
huh? Wait,
Okay.
didn't you make a wait? Yeah, I'm trying to remember. Didn't you make a vow? The very words were, "I will not go to the mountain."
I'm
that it?
ignoring you.
Is that-
You suck.
Was that it?
That was like
That was it, wasn't it?
a really long time ago, and I can't let her go by herself.
We made a vow.
Vows can change.
No. Vows, vows don't change. Not, especially a great oath or solemn vow. Either one, take your pick. It's a great oath or a solemn vow.
Not listening to you.
I wonder what
Worst.
I wonder what Norlutik would say if I told him about your vow, or Puknabuk. Puknabuk feels pretty guilty about the fact that you're blind from last time. If she
Right.
knew you had a vow, if she only knew that you had taken a vow to never leave.
Right.
And then
but
something
she's
happened.
Not
That
gonna know.
would devastate
Not gonna.
her.
That's.
That would.
I'm going to protect the marshmallow of the village.
That's me. I'm Martha.
All right. Okay. So
Why marshmallow?
let's take a consequence card.
Let's take
here.
a consequence.
Card.
Death.
Oh,
Explosion.
Beluga's like the marshmallow of the
Ancient
sea.
of Stars. To celebrate, to feel joy, and express it without reserve.
Right.
Seems
So
like-
there are happy cards in the deck.
There are
what
happy
is that
cards.
doing? He just
This one is a mistake.
whoops.
Yeah, this is a vow that
So there's
needs to be broken. For us to be.
There's a there is a celebration coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Contentment Amid Plenty, a big hunting party, comes back from a
Hunting.
hunting whales, and they got like not only did they get away, they got two. They got
two belugas.
Two
That's what
big
the card is.
Hurricane whales.
Wow, all right.
I know this is bad in our time, but in that time it was great. There were plenty in this.
Yeah.
There
Yeah.
are plenty of whales.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they used all of it.
And they use all of it. Yeah. So two. Yeah. You had a lot of excitement outside because the whaling party is back, and they give out the horn, the ooh for two whales. Ooh ooh.
That's perfect.
Yep. Right. Well,
Should we go to dice?
I have to go.
All right, let's go to dice. All right, this would be horrible if final narration. You can't go. You don't go.
You are out.
You abandon the quest.
Thanks for
Okay,
coming to Sarah's table.
everybody will help me.
Yeah.
I feel it.
I don't think anybody else is there except for the spirit, the mischievous
Stupid
spirit. Okay, you may invoke.
Our names were invoked.
Ugh.
For dice.
I'm ready for
counting
dice.
Okay. You are in the village. Yes. Safe place. What's your ancestor number?
4.
Oh, that's good.
Nice. I mean, maybe. I don't know. Maybe it depends. Roll those low. And then
0.
that's
0
Or
for
are you
everything.
pursuing your change hope?
To resist or oppose? I think so.
Resist or oppose?
great. Just opposing the heck out of this.
Opposing my
spirit.
vows.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. What's your sun, mana?
My sun mana is 1.
Okay. Are you confronting your change fear?
To be hidden but capable of sudden action.
Do you want to swap? I literally have
Yeah, can I just borrow?
fear and
Can I
oath.
just borrow your?
No.
No, I don't think I can use
Yeah.
that.
Do you want to spend any good medicine from the village, the world, or yourself? Now remember, it doesn't change the odds of winning.
Right.
It adds more consequence to.
I think no. I'm going to hold on to my good medicine.
All right, and you can also play a medicine card if you wanted to. That would cause you to lose a point of medicine, or gain a point of bad medicine. Excuse me. Okay, roll.
Well, so I can play a card, or does that come after?
You can play one right now for more and add its root to the dice pool, and you gain a bad medicine by doing it. But you've got bad medicine to burn, right?
Yeah, I've only got 6.
And your good medicines.
14.
Yeah.
I'm going to play the 2 of Storms, which is to be troubled by the unknowable. Because it seems very fitting I am troubled by
No.
what will happen.
All right.
So it's only one more, but
Yeah.
gonna give it a
One more die.
go.
Okay.
Okie dokie.
Then roll all the dice. Yes, we'll slide this to be more equidistant.
I don't know what I'm aiming for.
Low.
All
oh,
ones.
oh, and what is your? Let's see. This is. Well, it's dealing with a spirit.
Yeah.
So, what is your spirit mana?
My soul is
Soul. Your soul.
4.
Nice. Okay, great.
Okay,
Also 4 or
so
less.
yeah, you want 4 or less. That's great. You this is a very advantageous roll.
Oh no! Oh no!
Well, the fours
bad.
are good.
Everybody's
I
bad.
believe in you less now.
Oh no! That tracks
Okay.
though. That's
Well, I'm gonna keep this one
why.
because I can.
Ah.
And it keeps bad medicine currency in play. Okay, that's good. Okay, so, but you have more dice in these. Oh, that's the same number of dice in these two. So the
Tie goes to the
if
runner.
the dice is good and gifts is greater than the bad medicine, the player wins. Otherwise, GM. No, equal GM. Wins
Okay.
narration. It just means
is
that
the
you go
GM the
before. It just means you go before me and I get to react last.
Yeah, no, I know.
Why I don't like
That's
it.
why I don't. That's why I'm not a fan.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So, you may shift dice. You can use your identity if it's relevant. Your gifts, if their utility would apply, to trying to convince the spirit. You can love that you receive if that
No one
can
loves
help
me.
you?
What? I love you. Don't I?
Nope.
No.
Yeah, never mind.
No, I love you. I can say
Yeah.
that I'm using it.
Yes.
Yeah.
The love that you give, you can use. So the strength of that love that counts. How much is that?
1.
1. Your presence in the scene is 1. Your change hope, if it's at stake, is 1.
Yep.
Okay.
Does seem
So that's 3. Do you want to hold any of these back, or just go with the 3?
Don't you go first?
You go first, and he gets to react. That's why
Yeah.
we didn't
Oh.
like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna do more. It feels like I should be doing more things. I'm going to invoke also my dream whispered riddle of the stars, saying that like
Oh, your gifts.
I had
Okay.
a vision that
Okay.
I'm supposed to do this, even though it is against my vow.
What's its strength? 1.
1.
Okay.
And then maybe I hold out
Okay.
the rest.
All right. So
I
we can
do
make
four.
some die changes.
Okay.
4 points of die changes.
So, so first 1 and 2.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna knock them down. Do another 3, 4. Just do that.
Okay.
Do that.
Okay, I can invoke the root value of the situation card, which is
that's so
this.
high.
Wow.
So high.
We
That's
already
3.
right out like gate. Ugh.
And this is
Ghost is the worst.
This is
This is why no one likes you. Look at all these hate lines, Ghost.
he's
3 hate
yeah.
lines.
He's describing the ritual of where
Right.
you took the oath.
Sure,
Describing
I did
it.
the thing.
Yeah. Identity of any character in the scene, if it might work against. Well, yeah, the spirit itself. Do you have any burdens that?
No,
Can't think
I'm
of
burdenless.
Help me remember.
I sleep well.
Let me remember your burdens here. Let's see, we're at 4. Just a
blind.
blind, haunted. Okay, I think another spirit shows up.
Is it the village protector?
The village of the shaman that was your protector before you made the oath to. Oh my gosh, that's 2 points. I'm at 6.
Wow.
Kill me. It's just
It's okay. Peter really likes to narrate, so this will be fun.
Thanks for coming, everybody.
Well, let's just start with the 6 here. We'll just leave it at that for now. There's
Really
more
6.
bullets on this list, but
We don't
I
even
think-
Full
need
magazine, if you will.
I think. Well, let's get these to 5s, of course. That's
Don't do that.
1,
That's
2,
put him down to 1s, though. What if we
3,
did that?
4. And we got one more. Let's move one of these at bad medicine.
No.
There we go. There
Don't
we
do
go.
that. Why would you?
Yeah, there you go.
All right, so this isn't great.
Let's back to you.
No.
Yeah,
it is.
you're the old the former protector spirit.
Well, we didn't ever like him anyway, so
He will be played by Gilbert Gottfried.
he's the worst.
You just one in each ear.
Just so much. Okay. Can I argue that as a villager, I can draw on Uluglulik love?
Uluglulik.
I am a villager. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's one.
But oh no,
Because
the
Uluglulik
okay
loves
was
the
like I'm
villagers.
following you. I haven't made a ruling yet. I'm following.
line.
Yeah,
Love village.
because he said, I mean, he brought this quest to
Oh, I see.
a person who needs my assistance.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, I'll give you a point for that.
Okay.
He's got
Do
some
that one.
clout in the spirit world.
He's,
surely.
yeah, he's pretty
Yeah.
spirity.
I think the other spirits think he's kind of a pussy. You know, he's just kind of.
Yeah, whatever. We
kinda
got Bobcat and Gilbert. I think that they maybe.
I am gonna play one of these other cards. Might play both of them. Okay. I would like to invoke my dog, because I honestly think that he probably provides a lot of centering and calmness for me, and I am encouraged by it. Plus, he hates
What's the strength of your dog?
Abaluchik 1.
Yeah. Okay, that's great.
Okay.
Two.
I also would
And
like.
that totally makes sense. Yeah, that is one of your gifts.
Yeah, I also would like to use my medicine bag, my focus, so in a touch of the same way, to be able to like strengthen that vision that I had gotten in our dream from the stars.
Which vision's that?
The one that I said I used in the first
gift.
round.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
So
Okay.
that's 3 now, and I get 1 for being seen, right?
You didn't use it? I think you used that one last time.
Okay, I wasn't sure if that was something that happened each time. All right, well then I'm also going to say that the village currently is in a good place because they are contented amid plenty. I know that they are safe, and that tensions are a little bit lower because everybody feels comfortable. And so if I happen to leave without a shaman, it is not as dire as prior to.
All right.
So that's 4. Here you go. I'm gonna take some more.
And that's 2 more bad medicine. The first one costs 1. The second one costs 2.
Great, let's do it.
Get me. Num num num.
delicious bad medicine. Can I invoke my change fear?
Tell me what it is.
To be hidden but capable of sudden action. I feel like.
Oh, actually, no, you can't invoke your fear.
All right then, I won't.
I can invoke your fear.
Oh, great. So you're welcome. Can I have that later?
It's on my list. I just didn't get that far. I had enough points without it. I didn't even make it clear through the first pass. Wow.
This is a thing.
It's 4. It's quite a bit.
Was there?
Yeah,
did you
no,
have?
but
Did
you
you already
have so
do
much.
your top 2? Right. You can do those 2. Right.
I did my change hope, but I didn't
Yep.
do my truth vision.
Right. You can use that one.
Can I use that?
I don't know if it fits, but I'm just trying to think about
To
it.
abandon?
No, you don't get truth vision.
Can I use
No.
that one?
No, you used your change hope already.
Did you already use your identity? Was that first round?
Oh, shaman? I didn't use that. No.
There
I
you
think
go.
I could use that.
Okay.
That feels right.
5.
Okay.
That feels good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Feels like maybe not
Yeah.
good enough, but we're gonna try.
Okay.
Okay, let's do this.
That's
1, 2.
2.
Yeah. 3,
Yeah.
4. I don't want to move this down. No. I'll take more medicine. Medicine's delicious. 5.
All right. Okie dokie. Okay. What do I? I have no hope of
You didn't say what number you're
final
doing.
narrative. No, I'm going to see how many.
If it's worth.
Well, yeah, I kind of see how
if you
many
can.
points I should, how hard I should work for points, and what, to
You have
win
to get
final
4.
narration. I would, I don't know who breaks the tie. Final, if gift dice is greater than or equal to burden dice. Okay, so I would have to move 3 dice. I would need 6 slides to win final narration. So I'm not going to worry about
Okay, one
final
second.
narration.
Well, you need
gonna
7
try.
sides because
I
you already
think being
moved
able, I
1.
would like to be able to add a burden to
No,
someone.
that one was his reserved one that you can't change. He just put it back on the board.
There was one 6 I
got it.
couldn't
That's the one
change.
that's locked
Yeah.
in.
I was like,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
dude.
Okay.
Just moved it down.
I want 2 points. So I am going to. Anybody hate you? No.
No one
Welcome to
hates me.
Not
Everybody
yet.
loves me.
Okay.
Not yet.
Do you hate anyone?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate the dude
stupid
talking to
host.
me.
Well, there's one. And then, let's go back and talk about your change fear. What is your change fear again?
To be hidden but capable of sudden action?
That's so vague. That's kind of weird.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
tough
Let's
one,
not
but-
use
To yeah, I think clearly if you don't come back, it'll be hidden.
incapable of action, so it doesn't quite
Yeah, and you
work.
won't be capable of action. You won't be seen, and you won't be capable if you go out there and kill yourself climbing the unclimbable spire. Okay, that's 2.
I mean-
that works for me. That gets me to a 5. That gets me a burden out of this. Okay, you can narrate the result. Then we'll apply our burdens and medicines.
I'm gonna go and you suck.
Oh,
I
Strengthen that hate line.
extra hate toward you. I will not abandon someone who is so very clearly in need and is working towards something good for our village. Some things are worth breaking a vow for.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, that was made before all this. So.
Yeah, exactly.
really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fate of the people is bigger than a vow. Yeah,
Correct.
yeah. Okay, so you can distribute the 3 gifts.
All right.
Or good medicine. These can be good gifts or good medicine to yourself, or you can create new characters or details on the map, on the Gnittu map, or on the Ganakagok map. You can increase or decrease the strength of existing ones. You can create new burdens or increase or decrease the strength of existing burdens. Create new relationship
Don't
lines.
feel like this makes me less haunted.
Yeah, that's a great. Sure.
It doesn't. I don't think I can use that. That feels not right. But I think maybe my dream whispered riddle of the stars is maybe like stronger.
Okay.
The visions
Yep.
become more clear.
You have a stronger sense of purpose that the stars are with you. Mm-hmm. Okay.
So that's 1. And then I upped my bad medicine. No, you know what? I'm going to give a good medicine. I give it to the people.
it's because you can write an 8 upside down.
Can't. And I'm gonna hate you more. I hate you more. The worst.
Okay.
Are you going to make me more haunted or more blind? I'm ready.
Somehow
Let's see.
blind her.
Do we have any NPCs that aren't ghosts?
Yeah.
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 There's
yeah.
2.
Healer.
There's
The
2,
healer.
and the
The
hunter.
And the hunter.
The hunter, yeah. I think that would be a waste.
Make another ghost then. Time for more ghostesses.
Yeah, you know
This is
the
gonna be
cool
a
thing
Fran
is
Drescher ghost.
that the ghost,
Ghost Island.
can be with you anywhere.
no.
So I think, I think the ghost. Oh, that's
Yeah, that's me.
you hate the ghost.
I hate the ghost.
Oh, you hate the ghost.
That's me
and-
hating the ghost.
The ghost
and she
loves
hates
me.
the ghost.
The ghost doesn't have any feelings.
The ghost has no feelings about anything.
The ghost just. I think the ghost hates the villagers, and that's why
wow.
it's so obnoxious.
What a jerk.
Jerk indeed.
Well, you should have seen how the ghost was treated in life.
I mean, was he the
Yeah.
worst in life? Not to like.
Probably.
He hates
Yeah.
Then draw
If you
less.
if he hates it, we should have him hate
Yeah,
it. Oh
and
no, he
then-
loves us.
And then, this is where the fight is. Clearly, the fate of the people.
I just did that.
Who?
Yep. Clearly,
Who?
the
I just
fate
helped.
of the people.
Whatever.
It's up to you, lost climber.
Lost baby.
Just wandering around.
You're not even in the village.
So it is 1:30.
It is 1:30.
All right.
So
I think
we
we're.
wrap it up with
Yeah, I think.
finish the one round.
Yeah, and then we'll finish this. We'll do your scene, and then
Yep.
we'll have a fates of the world, fates of the
Right.
stuff. Okay, so this
Bring
is
us all in so we
all
can
about
help.
this.
Yeah.
a situation card to inspire us about situation. 5
Oh, no.
of tears to feel shame or no weakness.
Yeah. Cool.
What, the last guy going on an adventure up the mountain at age 64? I'm not seeing a connection here.
If
After failing to do it over and over and over.
I'm throwing something out, but feel free to no, wait, feel free to push back. I think you're standing at the base of the unclimbable spire and feeling shame and weak because you don't have any plan for how to get up it yet.
I mean, that probably makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I probably each time on the mountain take a different route.
Right.
And so each time I'm unprepared for what I find.
Right.
And I maybe haven't gotten this high before.
Fair. Yeah. So you.
We're going now. This is like mid-journey.
You're there.
That this is
Yeah.
happening? Okay,
No,
so we're...
this here.
Yeah, great.
We're all there.
in the scene.
You've gone past this. Yes, you're in the scene.
In your face, Moose.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
past-
did nothing.
past this giant spectral moose, up
He
the
was
trail,
like, "Where you guys go?"
up through the north face of the Eiger, and then you've gotten to the spire further than you've ever been before,
We're at
and
the narwhal.
realizing that
I have so many plans already. Okay. I love it. I'm ready.
okay, so
gonna do this.
we can sort of narrate bits of things happening
Okay.
before we go to dice, or let in the last two they were conversations. We went to dice very quickly, but we can kind of unfold a few things here, like have when you get to the spire is incredibly steep and made of solid ice that reflects beautifully in the stars reflect beautifully off the spire because it is so perfectly smooth.
How tall is the spire? I'm making a plan. Sorry, this isn't my scene. How tall is the spire?
Yeah, you could.
3 feet. 3 feet.
Yeah. Just like,
It's just from far away.
just a-
It does like.
I mean, like, it's not big. This is to scale. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's say the spire is, I like the classic, 150 foot
Great. All right, carry on.
climbing pitch. Yeah. All right.
All right.
You wanna ask a question or say, you can narrate, you can say something about.
You've done very well getting here, what with the blindness and all.
Yeah.
The blind girl looks up and says,
My dog.
"It looks fine."
It looks fine. Go ahead. I
Not
think.
even that tall.
Can I say that perhaps this is also something I saw in a vision?
Yeah.
Like
sure.
in a dream, the stars showed me the path up to the top of it.
Okay.
Roll dice. The end.
No, you said that. So,
So what is
the
it?
child's, the not the child. She's the child. Yeah.
The shaman.
Okay. So you could start marching around the spire to
I'm
look
looking
for.
with my hands. I'm looking for the piece of the base that I saw in my vision. Can I? That's
Yeah.
here,
Okay.
right
that's,
here.
that's happening.
Here you go.
Great. So I think seeing now that there are, in fact, potential footholds and handholds in the spire, if you know how to look for them, I think that it is probably best if we start our climb.
Before you found the footholds?
No, now that we have found the footholds.
No, you haven't. She's looking for him.
I'm looking for it.
Oh, I thought it was right there.
No,
It's
she's
here. Here it
she's-
is.
She's looking for him. No,
No, wait, no, it's
she's-
not there.
she's
You're looking
for
still.
them.
This isn't it.
She's looking for them.
And it took us
Are you perhaps
many days to get here, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's been a few days. Yeah. Yeah. You want to add something to this? She's looking for them. She starts to walk off, traversing around the bottom of the spire. She's
You're-
walking. It looks a little precarious. She
Yeah,
could
I
easily
think
fall off.
I think
fine.
all right. I'll shove. No, I think I'll go with her just to ensure as even footing as possible.
I'm also betting my dog is on the other side of me, like stopping me.
Keeping it-
But
Yeah.
you can also supplement with her tactile senses with
Yeah.
visual.
keep an eye
Close
out.
your eyes.
Putting this together.
Yeah, I'll keep my eyes open.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Looking for those footholds and handholds that she's looking for, while using my walking stick to make sure that the steps we're taking in front of us, just
Solid.
on the ground, are going to be solid and everything
Sure,
like that.
Sure.
Yeah.
Seems wise.
Okay, so we're going to do a second consequence card. This
Okay.
is just kind of like the narration. We're narrating a little bit before the dice. It's
Sure.
just a way of adding another moment to this. 6 of stars, to watch for,
something.
to be hidden,
It's my fear.
hidden but capable of. Oh yeah, okay.
You guys are looking out for hidden fissures
Yeah.
that are capable of suddenly swallowing you whole.
Whoops. There might be an orca inside this spire.
And I
Okay,
think I am very
so-
ready for sudden action should you slip.
So you go
I hope so.
around
I'm
to.
old though. I'm ready for it.
Yeah,
I don't have a plan.
You go along and you
Saw that coming.
find
Yeah.
a place where the ice is so bright and blue from the starlight that it is like a gate. It's radiating light. She can't see the light though, so she's not feeling anything different.
I'll describe and kind of move your hand to the edge
it?
of where that gate is.
Is that what I saw in my vision?
Yeah.
Yes. This is it. This is the one.
Yeah. So
Go.
What's next?
What? Me?
Yeah. What's next?
Well, I don't know. Can we get into the gate somehow? Do you have like shaman skills?
Then what do you do? What do you do?
Well, okay. Before I knew it was a gate, I had a plan, and now my plan is falling apart. So I got to come up with a new plan. Because I thought we were going to try and climb it.
Instead of entering.
Yeah. So, this is outside my realm of.
No, that's okay. That's okay.
Expertise.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there. All right. Okay. Well, the wind picks up,
Oh.
and there's a biting cold. To this wind, you're way up high. It's very exposed. It's nighttime, of course.
Always is.
Not a lot of warmth from the non-existent sun.
Yeah.
And the howling of this wind through these spires and the shapes of the rocks is very eerie. And you almost wonder if it's talking to you.
Sure it is.
Everything else is.
Everything else is.
Yeah.
Why should this be different? What is it saying? Tell me. I'm ready.
Let's do the dice.
Yeah.
That sounds good. Okay. All right. So,
Is there another consequence card now that we're going to dice, or are we going off that
yeah.
one still?
We'll do another. That was I called this consequence card. That was a situation card.
okay.
Yeah. So now we'll go to the consequence card.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Lose hope to despair. That's what you're up against.
All right.
Feels bad.
Okay. The 9 of
My
tears.
change fear.
It's your change fear.
Okay. So,
Also, mine is out there. Is yours out there too? Your change fear?
No, it was before though. Yeah, we had that last round.
Ooh.
See, it's still even on top.
Oh no.
It's right there.
Okay, so you get to go first.
Okay.
Let's see, is this, oh wait, we gotta back up to the number of dice. I was reading from the wrong list. Okay, so size of dice pool.
Okay.
Okay, so you're not in the village, you are out exposed to the elements, so you're forgotten mana. Forgotten
4.
ones mana.
Woo.
Nice.
Ah.
I had 0 for ancestors, so I'm glad we left the village first.
Yeah.
Are you pursuing your change hope?
Well, my hope is to suffer ill use or injury or to be wronged. So is it pursuant to the avoidance of that?
Yeah, I would say, yeah.
Okay.
This is your hope, so it would be to avoid that.
I mean, I do want none of us to plummet to our doom,
It's really nice of
to
you.
suffer ill use or injury. So I think yes.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Yeah.
So how many, let's see, that would be your sun mana. How many sun?
3.
3? Wow.
Big ones.
And are you confronting, oh, that was your change fear?
But not particularly, to be honest. It's to swear a great oath or solemn vow. Oh, actually, no. I am going to say that I'm confronting that because I have this great need to return the spirit rock. And this is as close as I have gotten
Yeah.
before.
Yeah.
Okay, so then your stars mana.
3.
3. Wow. Okay. There we go.
All the mana.
You want to spend any good medicine from the dice, from the village, world, or yourself?
I do not.
Don't do it.
They need all they can get. I don't want to take it from them at this point.
Yeah, it just to add more dice when it doesn't swing the odds.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not probably not the best use of, or playing a medicine card for that matter. All right, you get to roll the dice.
Fantastic.
Oh wait, what's his?
What's my what?
Which one are we using?
Oh yeah, we all
Oh,
said yeah. So this is physical.
Body.
Body.
My body is 4.
Woohoo!
For real?
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm a climber.
Oh,
Yeah.
your tests have been
64. You're like,
it really affects this. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So well, there you go.
Well, thank you.
no,
Or
the
does it
4
have
is
more
the
dice?
Oh, no,
actual
that's for
4
that one.
fewer.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
determines where the dice,
or
which
under.
box.
Or, yeah,
the,
four.
What? Just roll a bunch of ones.
the two
All right.
size.
Once.
No, I said no.
Oh no.
That's actually not
well, look at
terrible,
all the ones that are on the 6s
No,
though.
that's
There are
not
6
it.
ones on each of those.
No.
Oh, that's
See?
a really good way of thinking about it.
Yeah.
Doing it wrong. You did it wrong.
Good.
That was a
That was a 1. It was a 1. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
God.
Yeah, it was 1. Yeah. Okay.
Roll back
It's on camera.
These are getting locked in.
Wait, you can lock 2 in now?
I can lock in the number of players, I think. So.
There's only one of us.
Yeah. Okay. So let's. Okay. So you can, if you would like to. Oh, let's see. So you have more dice here than I do. So I go
You go
first,
Haha.
and then
And then we
And
react.
rebuttal.
I, as an
Player
old
1.
person, will react.
then you go, and then the other players go, and everybody's in the scene. So everybody.
And your
will be
dog's
able
in
to
the
do-
scene too.
And the
Okay.
dog's
So,
He's him.
and we need to kind of move kind of quickly.
Great,
So
let's do it.
let's just go through it once.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So your identity is a point. Any gifts that would help you here?
Yes, I have my heirloom
Wait, but-
Hawkins.
Oh, I go
going
this is
first.
you.
I go
Yeah.
first. Okay.
Nice try.
Situation.
Use that stick
Okay.
in a second.
Okay. I get the root value of the situation. So that's 3.
No, the situation's over here. It's a 2.
Which is 2.
Yeah, that's the card you used last
That's
time
the
for the root.
consequence.
Oh, and this one was also situation. So I get add those?
No.
No. Okay.
That's
true. Okay.
We've passed.
Yeah.
Okay.
We bested the orca.
Yeah.
Let's see. Identity, if it were. What's your identity?
The lost climber.
Okay.
I don't think that
I think
Definitely
in
doesn't
here.
apply.
I feel like
I think I'm giving.
I feel like climbing is a
I know exactly where you are.
I think I get a point for that. What's your identity?
Precocious helper. I am helping.
Yeah, precocious.
Right in the name.
Got you
We don't
here, but
want
I don't
him
think
to
it's a
have
problem
it.
right now.
Yeah.
What's your identity?
Devoted shaman.
Yeah, let's see how that works against you.
Aha!
Okay. Burden from any character. Burdens.
well. I have a terrible sense of direction,
Oh no!
and I have a mighty need to return the spirit rock to the top here.
That seems like a good sort of burden right now.
Yeah, that does.
Yeah.
A bad sense of direction in climbing from my younger days, I can attest that's a really horrible thing to
right?
happen. Yeah,
Just always up.
Which one's
it's this thing called getting
Which
off
one?
route. Okay, burdens.
I feel responsible for her blindness, and I want more than the village has to offer. So I feel guilty.
Yeah, I don't think those are going to work
I'm
against
blind.
you. Yeah. Okay.
All right.
How blind are you?
But completely one.
The one.
One
blind. And also haunted.
Yeah, put your foot there.
The ghost is going to push you off this mountain.
No, the ghost should not push me off the mountain.
Yeah, Upalutuk is gonna have all sorts of advice on
sure.
where the good
I'm
handholds
gonna
and
not
footholds
listen to
are.
him. I'm tuning his voice out. Their voice is unconsequential.
That's what you're trying to do. Got it. Okay. That is burdens, hate. There's nobody in the scene that hates anybody, right? Can I just skip this? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we all hate that ghost if it's here. If it's here trying
That feels like we could use that though.
to, yeah, if they're trying to
Oh.
whisper, yeah,
The
yeah,
ghost,
save that.
yeah, the ghost hates everybody in the village.
We're not in the village right now. We're not in the village right now.
You're
We're
all villagers.
outside of the village.
Yeah. I think that hate is worth 1 point. So now we're at 7. But you guys are each going to do this, so I have to give you generous here. Complications related to the scene setting.
What?
Unclimbable.
Unclimbable.
1 point. That point I gave there a while back.
I don't think we're trying to climb it. We're trying to go inside now. I feel
And
better.
okay,
We don't. It's
change
unclimbable.
fear.
To swear a great oath or solemn vow.
Okay, I'll see that.
It's darkness to lose hope to despair.
Yeah, this does seem pretty hopeless.
To be hidden but capable of sudden action.
Yeah, I think 9 is.
9.
I think a mere 9 is.
Just 9.
Yeah, okay, so
It's only god
There's-
level wrath.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
That's a lot. That's a lot of 5s there.
and
Get them down to
oh
4s.
yeah.
He doesn't get to go again.
There you go.
He doesn't get to go again. That's true.
And then player 1, you're next.
All right.
I'm next.
Yes, you're next.
All right.
Don't get lost.
And so you get 1 for your identity, if it's relevant.
Climber.
Climber, there you go.
I'm going to skip the lost part because you
gifts?
used that already. So I have my heirloom walking stick, which I think is very helpful for climbing and sticking.
All right.
I have uncanny balance,
Oh,
which I
that
am
seems really good.
absolutely going to use.
There you go.
And then I have this rock with a tiny spirit inside, who's maybe very close to being at home and has a vested interest in me not falling off the mountain again.
Yeah.
And this is your change hope?
My change hope is to suffer ill.
Oh, no, it's a
user-
gift.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a
These
gift.
are gifts. These are gifts.
gift.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So is it strength 2?
So that's 3.
Okay.
Yeah, it's only strength. All of these are strength 1.
Okay. So that's
4 total that we're
Four
at so far.
yeah. Okay.
You can use these too.
Yeah, I think I might as well.
Since we only get 1.
That you do take bad medicine from them. Just a reminder. So you know.
I have a lot.
Oh well,
of
I mean,
bad
might as
medicine.
well just.
Well,
Load
pile
it
it
up.
on.
Yeah.
Not making it out of here.
Yeah. I'm a healer.
But how good of a healer?
Your presence in the scene gives you
I have
1.
a
2.
lot of bad.
Did we already count that one? Did we
I
not?
think we counted that
We
one.
counted that one 1st. Yeah.
No, we get identity first. We didn't.
Oh, identity first.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
so I am in the scene. So that is 1.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not really harboring resentment for anybody.
You could toward the spirit that's trying to knock
So-
us off the.
Oh, that's true.
You've got enough to change all 5
Yeah,
of these.
but why stop there?
Yeah, let's keep going.
You went with 9.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to
Yeah, I feel like
invoke
some good-
this one, which is the Child of Flames, which is it's the messenger to bring news. I think that ultimately the goal of this is to share with our village the news of what is coming.
Yeah.
All right.
And so I'm going to invoke that one.
So that gives you to 8.
That gives you
That
Yeah,
gives me
it's a 3.
3 more
Yep.
for 8.
Yeah, and
And
you
then I take one
medicine.
bad medicine.
Yep. Okay.
All right, I think I'm going to go with 8.
Okay.
Great. Have at it.
Megan and I can try to get some of them down to 1s.
Yeah,
for
we
you.
could give some good medicine to the village.
Oh, yeah,
please.
I guess I should start at the top. That was a 2.
Yeah.
I'm going to start at the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. There's a lot of sides on these. Who knew where that was going to land? And then I think I'm going to go 7, 8, trying to find a 3.
All right.
There we are.
Come here.
Okay.
Yes.
Great.
Okay.
Okay.
So I go next?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. I'm in the scene.
Yep.
Good job.
I am helping precociously.
Uh-huh. Yep.
I'm helping.
Yep.
And again, I'm pursuing my change hope, which is to experience change and growth. This whole journey, I know we cutscened it, but I feel like I have grown
Yeah.
in
For
sure.
myself. And let's
And in height.
really quick. Can we cut to the montage?
it
Oh my!
runs through.
That was yeah. Okay.
It is
that was
beautiful
great.
music behind it. Inspirational.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did very well.
Thank you. Okay. What else can I do here?
Gifts and burdens.
Oh, that's 3. Yeah.
I mean, gifts, just gifts.
Right.
Gifts. Love that you receive.
I receive love from Koopa Lunik, which is,
Yeah.
we're here together pursuing this dream together. Yeah, I was sent by the village spirit who loves the villagers, and obviously, like, no big deal, but me especially, because I'm the one that
All right.
that it came to in the first place. I'm also, as stated in the beginning, doing this for love of my mentor, who,
Okay.
I think will benefit from having the knowledge of what is coming.
Put it all down in good medicine.
All right.
Still a little confused. Are we trying to go in this doorway or are we trying to climb?
Yeah.
It's going to be both. There's a doorway that will
That will
you
then
get
allow us
through,
to
and then
climb.
you still have to climb on the inside.
Taken us days and days to get here, and I am an excellent weaver, and I've been making us harnesses and ropes to try and make us some climbing gear.
Perfect.
Great.
Good.
And
Excellent.
I am.
You can also use that you're doing it because of your love of.
She mentioned it.
I did.
Yeah.
I thought you.
Oh yeah, I guess,
Well,
and
that's
I love the spirit in return.
That's right.
Um,
We're all gonna have like 30.
yeah. We're about to engage in some loud or violent effort. I have the 8 of tears. We got a old man with good balance, but he's gonna be huffing and puffing.
Old man.
this way. We got
Gonna be complaining the whole time.
blind
true.
shaman. Just gonna be great at climbing. I imagine, and I'm like 15, never climbed a spire before.
Yeah. Okay.
So
You
I'll
sold
be
me.
engaging in loud or violent effort.
Okay. Give yourself a
2.
bad medicine.
Well, that's fine.
Yeah.
We're at 10.
No, wait.
Yep.
And I feel like this is me stepping into my role as a potential leader.
Yeah.
You
All
know,
right,
like
okay.
I got the message. I got this party together, and we're going to do this and save the village.
So many.
Oh yeah.
All right, so that's 3 more. 13. I'm
13.
gonna stop at 13.
And give yourself
2 more.
bad,
Are you sure?
2 bad medicine.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
All right.
All right. 13.
13. All right. 1. 2, 3. 4, 5. Hold on. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Nice.
All right.
I feel like I have to do a whole lot.
Get at least 4.
Just try not to blindly stroll off the path.
Well, I gave 1 for being in the scene, and
Yeah.
my dog's gonna help me.
Yeah.
for sure. He's going to help me stay balanced and get inside this gate. I am going to invoke the memory of the dream that I had from the stars, which is a strength of 2.
That's 4.
That's
all you need.
4.
Want any of these? We can just like fully lock in those ones.
This will.
Did you get to go again? Did
No,
you get
this
to-
is it.
All right, so do we want to
that-
move all of them down to
Yeah.
there? Okay, let's.
Because then we
That's
can
all
put
you
our
can do.
good
Right, I
medicine
know,
into
but-
the village or something.
Right. I just wanted to make sure that if it's tied, we still get to narrate.
Oh yeah. Oh,
But it's not tied because it's these 2 squares against these 2
No,
squares.
no. At the end, it's just these 2.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
if it's tied, you still get to narrate.
Okay. I wanted to know if we needed to leave
Yeah.
one there.
Good call.
Yeah.
Great. Let's just have a bunch of medicine.
Yeah. Good.
All right. There we go.
Hey.
Look at that.
So many.
Look at that.
I looked.
All right.
I looked.
All right. Okay.
Okay. Here we go. I was ready to trade, barter, or negotiate if I had to.
I think that we're all going to
Just put
look
that
back on
there.
this fondly and without regret.
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So you get to narrate.
Oh, you get to narrate the
right?
results.
Well,
yes.
yeah.
What happens?
Yeah, I think so. I think the 3 of us, following our shaman's dream vision,
Yeah.
find.
And not listening to the ghost.
Yeah,
You're
which has
blocking out
probably
the-
been bothering
I
us
can
for
sense
much
if
of that
someone's being
montage.
truthful. So anytime it's like there's a handhold, I'm like, shut your face. Yeah.
I think we find the entrance to the spire, and are able to kind of push our way in through the ice that is there, like panel move kind of thing. And then the interior of the spire is closer to down at the base of the mountain, where it's stairs that are somewhat navigable. And then we are able to make our way up to the peak.
Yep.
Do you want me to keep going? How much narration do you want?
25 more minutes.
For me, at least, absolutely. At the peak, I think there's probably a little, even like a little shelf, like kind of right up at the, like a small cutout kind of
Right.
window, and a little shelf that has been kind of wind blown, a little soft around the edges. But there's still like a nice depression there. And I think I just
Put your stone.
put my little stone there.
And then the
And then
spire
I-
begins to glow faintly, and
and
that's
then
how
I
they know it
retire.
was successful.
Yeah.
You retire.
Then I retire. Yeah.
Yeah. And okay, that's
And
that's
the stairs on the
that's
inside turn
good.
into a slide.
Yeah.
we get to slide back down.
And I put the bad medicine on that. So you have on the Nitu. So you have
There's 8 total.
There's 8 total.
8 good medicine that you.
So we could
Wow.
get, if we take 5 of them and put them here so that we're above.
Alternately, we could save the world.
Let's see, we need 5 to do that. And
What
that would-
happens if it's tied?
Well, then this is kind of a so-so response.
Oh.
You know,
Well, let's
it's
just
kind of a-
jam it all into
Yeah,
that
I was gonna
spot.
say because if
Let's
we
get
can
a
save
great
our
response.
people, even if
Yeah.
we have to find a home somewhere
New isle-
else.
yeah.
Yeah, so I
Yeah.
think I put there.
8, all 8 of them?
8. Let's do all 8.
Nice.
I think we might. You have a lot of bad medicine on your personal.
Yeah.
I do, but I'm done.
Yeah, I did my
I
thing.
did my thing.
There we
I'm
go.
old. I don't care.
All right. Here we go.
That's where the slide goes for you.
Straight into the whirlpool.
into the whirlpool.
Right in the whirlpool.
Okay, so let's DM will narrate bad results, and you guys narrate good results. I'm going to shorten this a little bit because we are out of time. So, the final fate of Ganakagok. The final fate of Ganakagok is that the island cracks and fissures and melts into the sea.
Not great.
I'll miss you.
Goodbye, house.
So, Sarah,
all
it's your
goes down the
table.
drain.
Why don't you
Yeah.
narrate the fate of the people? The two.
I'm going weird with it.
Do it.
Let's get weird.
Do it.
I I think that we have built a bunch of like boats and to get us all off as the island was starting to crack and fissure, and we were able to get everybody. I think we got pulled into the.
I was hoping. Great.
The whirlpool, but I think it like dumped us out in like a less harsh climate.
It was a whirlpool.
It was a whirlpool. It brought us to another world.
All right.
Yeah.
Been sitting on that the whole time.
Yeah. So I think that that like unintentionally we were like sending our dead to this like.
Is there just a
Better
pile of
place.
bodies?
It was
on the
No,
website?
I don't think so. No, maybe. But I think it was like more like a paradise situation, and I think that we made it there.
Yeah.
I think it's great. Yeah, it's like you weren't on Earth.
Right.
You were on the mythic world.
Yeah, we were somewhere else.
You were in a mythic place, and
Maybe we were dead.
and the
This
world-
is the reincarnation
I like
cycle.
that.
the whirlpool brought you to Earth.
Whirlpool.
Yeah, to the Tundralands of the North.
I like that.
All right. I think that's
so long, Little Rock.
There could be more to the conclusion, but I
That's why there were
think
so many ghosts.
this seems like a
good.
nice place to wrap it up
Yeah.
and say thank you for playing Ganakagok.
Thank you.
do like this game.
Let's do our moments of gratitude quickly. Anybody has any?
Well, thank you for having me run a game on your
Thank you
show,
for
Sarah.
running it for me.
Yeah.
It's always a treat when I get to play. This was a really cool game, I think. It's really cool.
Just want to say, Megan, thank you for drawing all of the good parts of the map.
Yeah.
The whirlpool.
Look, this is
you
the
literally
exciting part of the
enabled
map.
Our
Sure.
reincarnate, but yeah.
But look at that moose, though.
That's a
I know.
good move.
Shout out to the moose.
You know what? Shout out to the moose that never got used.
I tried to
or
bring him in.
I know.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Busy.
We're just too good at montages.
Yeah.
We definitely had a big long scene with him. It didn't make the cut. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Again, Patreon.
Came in on a train. What?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, this was great. Moments of gratitude, like for stuff that happened in the game, or just like
Yeah,
things
or at the
in
table or
general?
whatever.
Yeah. I mean, I'm grateful to be introduced to this game that
Yeah.
I almost definitely never would have heard of or played. Like, this is not my realm, like RPGs outside of like literally one of them. So, yeah, so it was really cool to be introduced to a new game and a new system. And I really enjoyed the whole mechanic of the cards driving. But like, we still get to narrate around them, but as a touch point to sort of drive the story. It's really cool. So thank you.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you all for joining me today at my table. Thank you all at home. I don't know which camera I'm supposed to look at. I'm going to look at all of them.
The options.
There one too.
All of the cameras.
The same as we use for
And
Hi. Thank you at home for watching. I would like to take a moment. We're going to go around the table and have everybody tell us where they can be found on the internet and what they have coming up. I'm going to start with Damon. You can do it.
Thank you. So again, my name is Damon Vanhee, and you can find me on the internet on Facebook at formerly Feral Games, and on Twitter, formerly _Feral Games, because the Twitter names are too short.
Pharaoh like rabbit or Pharaoh like Egypt?
Like rabbit. Feral, yeah.
It's also,
Formerly
that's
or
not
formerly?
Formerly.
Formerly.
Previously feral.
Also,
rabbit.
Twitter is just formerly _ feral.
No games.
Yeah.
Games.
No games there. Only
feral.
past craziness.
Ferocity.
And then also on Instagram at The Crowned RPG, which is the project that formerly Feral Games is working on right now, which is an RPG where you get to play gods, and it's super fun. We're going to be at Gen Con too with you.
We
and
are.
With you.
And,
And
we're
are you
kickstarting.
And with you. It's decided.
You're coming
Yeah.
too. Surprise!
Yeah. And then crowdfunding in October, so stay tuned for that.
Excellent.
Do it. What about you, Peter? Where can we find you?
Yeah, I'm Peter Adkison on Facebook. That's my only social media where I'm personally, but also Chaldea is at World of Chaldea on most of the networks.
On everything.
And upcoming is Gen Con.
Coming to Gen Con.
and also Actoroki every Wednesday nights, 6 p.m. Pacific time on Gen Con TV.
Right here. Thank you, Megan.
And I am Meagan Karimi-Naser still. And you can find me on Twitter at MeaganKN. It's MEAGANKN, or on Instagram at Meagan and Eggs. And you can find me on Actoroki doing the RPG sessions before they get turned into episodes. And you can find me at Gen Con, apparently. So I don't think that's happening. But you follow me on stuff, and I'll let you know what I'm doing.
There you go.
Wonderful. I'm Sarah Moore. You can find me on the internet at Pixies and Pins, pretty much everywhere. And you can find me here on twitch.tv/GenConTV every Friday night at 5 p.m. Pacific for Sarah's Table. Next week, we are finishing up our arc of the Vanishing Lands. And then I'll be doing a live episode at Gen Con this year, and I think there are gonna be puppets in it, so you should definitely come check that out. Also, I would like to thank my editor, Jeff Moore, who we're again gonna just hand him a pile of things and make him fix it.
There's a pile of things.
A pile of things. I also want to thank Gen Con for giving me the platform. I would like to thank Peter for being here and running this delightful game. Thank you to my players for yes-anding everything. Thank you to Zombie Orpheus for providing our tech for this episode, and
Specifically, Leo Foster.
yeah, specifically Leo Foster.
Thanks, Leo.
Thank you, Leo. I'm sure there are more people I can thank. If I missed you, it was not on purpose. It's just because my brain moves too fast sometimes. And with that in mind, thank you all for watching. And as always, keep making art and keep being art. We'll see you next time.